Come on.
Now, I'm no Jedi. Not by a long shot.
What is up, everybody? What is up? Salute, and welcome to the 2025 NFL Draft. This is a new program on the Sports JEDI Network. Football season is finally here, and we're giving you guys the greatest football content of this season. I'm your host for tonight. I am PGHChrisTv, and man, it is going to be an insane night. I'm very excited. This is one of the greatest times in the year for football fans. But I'm not alone. I have a very good friend of mine, co-host, New York Giants analyst, correspondent, Chef Dan. Chef Dan, salute my brother.
Salute, Chris, salute. As tonight is the night, the beginning of both hope and despair, depending on what you want, what you get, and your outlook on it. If you are a football fan, period. I mean, you may be one of those teams, one of those two teams like the Chiefs or the Eagles fans that you don't have to worry too much about this draft here potentially. Right. But man, it also signifies, this draft always signifies that the proverbial gunshot for the start of the NFL season is here. And we are beginning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. Can't wait.
It's insane. I want to get into the draft because we have only about 13 minutes to go until 8 o'clock. And I want to get in some things. I want Chef to have some time to get in some things he wants to say before the draft actually starts. So this year's quarterback draft is a little weak. I think we can all agree that we know the quarterback that is going to get taken first. It is Cam Ward. We know Tennessee's most likely going to take him number 1 overall. Now, I have a little, not concerns, but there's questions, right? We had Shedeur Sanders going from possibly being the number 3rd. Then I've seen him drop down to number 9 with the Saints, and then we've seen him keep going to number 19, to now 21 with the Steelers. As a Steelers fan, I've had this issue for a little bit about drafting a quarterback this draft. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is that great. He played in the Big 12. Nobody really came great out of the Big 12 except Arizona State, and they didn't even play Arizona State. Again, I'm not devaluing the presence and the attention that Shedeur Sanders brings to a franchise, but I personally just don't think he would fit our organization. Now, it does. Now, I will say this: I don't see him coming to 21. I do think he'll be a top 15 pick. Now, it does worry me a little bit, and I want to get into Chef Dan's thoughts a little bit soon with this because we saw the Giants sign Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson was a little bit of a shocker. Now, we saw on the offseason that Geno Smith signed with the Raiders, and Shedeur Sanders and Tom Brady kind of have that relationship, and we all thought Shedeur Sanders was possibly going to go to the Raiders if possible. Now, Geno just signed a contract. And the Saints need a quarterback with Derek Carr being out. I don't think they're going to go to Spencer Rattler, or maybe they'll go to Spencer Rattler and try to draft somebody like Arch Manning in the next year's draft. But it's really, really weird with Shedeur Sanders because he's most likely the number 2 quarterback coming out of this draft. And he's the most talked about. He's all over First Take. He's all over Get Up. It's every single freaking segment I see is where's Shedeur Sanders going to get drafted? Where's Shedeur Sanders going to get drafted? So I don't know. A lot of people's mock drafts are all over the place. Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter, and then I'm gonna get into this, and I want to ask Kev a question, or Chef a question, excuse me. Abdul, those two are gonna be the ones to watch, in my opinion, because in my opinion, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I do not want this to happen. But if I'm the Cleveland Browns, I'm drafting Abdul Carter. This guy Myles Garrett just went out and said he wanted to possibly seek a trade. You did everything you could. You re-signed him back. You have to align him with Abdul Carter. Those two pass rushers are going to be elite. I mean, why would you not get Abdul Carter when you re-signed Myles Garrett after he just said he want? Maybe Myles Garrett did that to get paid. Who knows? But if I'm the Cleveland Browns organization, one, I'm drafting Abdul Carter. Now with the number 3 pick with the Giants, and Chef, I'm going to let you take it away. Do you think Travis Hunter would be a good fit for the Giants? I have been saying this for a while. You have 2 veteran quarterbacks in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I've seen what Jameis Winston can do when he can ball because he's in the division, and I sure as hell know what Russell Wilson can do with his arm by him being a Pittsburgh Steeler last season. Now Malik Neighbors, he could play 2 sides of the ball. I think that'd be a good fit for the Giants. Chef, what are you looking forward for the Giants for this draft? What do you think is going to happen? I'll let you take it away.
All right. First, to answer the question, do I think Travis Hunter is a good fit? Based on what I watched from him, not only in his time in Colorado, but I also saw his time in Jackson State as well. The kid is very, very elite. He's an addition to any team in the league, but it's also dependent on which coaching staff gets with him to fine-tune certain things to make him potentially a specialist on both sides. Yes, I really think he's a great fit with the New York Giants, but really what I'm looking for the Giants to do at this point is, because you have the 3rd pick, you do have some control in the draft and how it's going to go, but you've kind of receded that to the 1st and the 2nd pick. So based on how that happens, after Cam Ward, yes, Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback after Cam Ward. But in a lot of people's eyes and in my eyes, he's not a can't-miss prospect like Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. So that's where you see the slippage of him starting to fall in the draft. That was always going to, I thought that was always going to be the case with him. What's going to be interesting to me tonight isn't really just also which players get taken where, but I'm also interested to see what movement happens around, certain draft picks. Are teams going to be happy with their draft order, or are they going to try and move back? Because we've seen as of late, a lot of teams aren't trying to move up in the drafts. They're usually trying to move back. Mm-hmm. Not unless there's a clear cooperation there, something between them trying to mess over a 3rd team, i.e. what the Cowboys and the Eagles did to the Giants in the Micah Parsons draft. What I'm really looking for is if the Giants can take advantage of that, because you still have the 3rd pick in the draft, and you have very valuable picks in the up and coming in the 2nd and 3rd rounds, and so on. If you can take advantage of that and find a way to sneak back in to the 1st round and potentially get another first round talent, that would help you out a long way. That's what I'm looking for the Giants to do tonight.
Yeah, I think the Giants could benefit. Again, they have the number 3 overall on the pick, or number 3 overall in the draft. They could pretty much get who they want at quarterback. That's not Cam Ward. And they can get anybody they want skills-wise. That kid from Arizona is pretty good. I think Travis Hunter would be a great fit for that draft. For the New York Giants, excuse me.
Yeah, he's definitely good on cornerback as well.
Yes. And it's weird because it's one of those things where what teams are going to let him play both sides of the ball. I think he could benefit playing both sides of the ball no matter what team, playing a corner. And if you need him at a receiver at some formations, make up special plays for him. Put him in the slot, have him or just have him go deep, which is really what he's good at. But you could benefit him putting him in the slot. And I think that could benefit as well for any team. But real quick, I want to talk about some reports been going around for the Pittsburgh Steelers because it's interesting. So Fox Sports NFL insider Jordan Schultz, who I have gotten a lot of things from him from reporting, the Steelers have interests from teams regarding a trade for wide receiver George Pickens. I have a bad feeling and a hope not feeling that the Steelers might trade up a draft pick and George Pickens might get traded tonight. Or something along those lines. I understand with, he could be a drama queen. And, you haven't given this guy a stable quarterback since he's been there. He had to deal with Kenny Pickett. He had to deal with washed up Russell Wilson. And then you had Justin Fields in there who you had something with and you just let him walk out the freaking door. Let him walk out. You haven't given this guy a quarterback. And he has every right to, possibly want to get out of there. Especially now. We don't have a quarterback. We might not have a quarterback after this draft. No matter whatever everyone says talking about Shador and all this, we might not even have a quarterback for this draft. So it is interesting when those reports come out, when you see that George Pickens doesn't follow the Steelers on Instagram anymore. We just signed DK Metcalf. Why would you leave? I don't understand. Omar Khan, what's going through your head if these reports are true? We just got DK. There's still a potential we can get Aaron Rodgers, even though he's washed up. But I mean, I thought the last couple of games, and I wish Kev could hear to attest to that, or maybe disagree or whatever. But Aaron Rodgers didn't play off of those last couple of games. If you look at the stats, and like there's still a chance for that. I don't understand why you would trade first off, I don't know why you would trade George Pickens, but I don't even know why you would trade in general for this draft because there's nobody worth it. Shador Sanders isn't worth it. Jackson Dart isn't worth it. Nobody's worth it.
I mean, but no, I sorry to cut you off. I want to ask you this.
Go ahead.
Is there a specific prospect that you would guess, like knowing your team and knowing the way they operate, be like, this guy would probably be the guy they would trade up to try and get? Because I don't think it would be Shador.
Quarterback-wise, I'm going to say this. Draft Jalen Milroe. Why not? I could see him pairing up with Mike Tomlin. He's one of those guys who he played great he played great in the beginning of the year. I don't know what happened during the middle, and then he tuned it up a little bit at the end. But he's coachable. He can run. He throws really well. I think you could surprise and take Jalen Milroe. I don't think anybody's worth it. If there were, I mean, I could see Shador, but like the problem is Mike Tomlin is going to run the team how Mike Tomlin wants. And I don't know if I want to bite into the narratives of Deion's influence, Deion this, because let's face it, that's a reality. That's what a lot of people talk about. That's what, Deion could get. And again, Mike Tomlin's who he is. And I've been watching Mike Tomlin my whole life. I don't know if he would put up with it. I don't know what the organization would want. I just don't think there's anyone right now. I personally think Aaron Rodgers is still in play. That's why I'm a little upset for Aaron Rodgers. Not, after listening to Pat McAfee, I can kind of understand, he's a human. He's going through things. This is a big decision. At the same time, it's like, we could have drafted like a Mecca Ibuka like I wanted to, so we could have a wide receiver 3 with DK and George Pickens, and boom, we're a freaking AFC championship contending team. But it's 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL draft is officially on board, live from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hey, chat, you know where next year's draft is? The good old Steel City, baby, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I will be there. Yes, announcement. I will be in attendance for next year's NFL draft. Me and my lady talked about it yesterday. We're going. So I am really excited. Here we go. Obviously, guys, this is YouTube. We are not on the playback tonight. Kev is on the playback, checking out the New York Knicks game, which last time I checked, they were up. So I wish them the best of luck since my Phoenix Suns aren't in the playoffs, and I'm going to support the Sports Jedi Network. So go Knicks. Even though if I had to pick a second favorite team, it'd be the Orlando Magic, but that's another conversation for another day. But the draft is officially on way. Here comes Shador Sanders, so we can't show you the footage. So if we have the draft order. Tennessee's up number 1, Cleveland's number 2, number 3 is the Giants, number 4 is the Patriots, and number 5 is the Jaguars. Those are the top 5 picks, top 5 interesting picks, in my opinion, especially those top 4. Because, again, I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Hunter goes to New England, bro. I didn't talk about that, but that's a possibility.
Nah, I don't think the Giants would let him fall.
They'd be stupid to let him fall. But that is a possibility. Him going to New England, it is a possibility. I think he fits in perfect with the Giants because of the reasons that I said. As we have more people coming in, salute. Thank you, everybody. We are live for tonight's NFL draft. I'm PGHChrisTv alongside with my brother Chef Dan, and we're in for a great night. I'm hoping my Pittsburgh Steelers don't let me down. I forgot to do a mock draft this year. I'm really pissed off I didn't. I just didn't have the freaking time because of WrestleMania season in school, bro.
Dude,
I wanted to make my mock draft so bad.
there was no time. Not.
I know. Here we go. I hate when they do all this freaking talking. Well, that's why Greeny hasn't been on Get Up. I really want to know where Ashton Genty is going to go. I could see him going like, oof. I can see him going to Oakland.
Yeah. No one not ready over there. It's like, dude, get me a good quarterback, a good running back.
As we're waiting for the draft.
What? If you remember Gino's first good year in Seattle, that was when Charbonnet was running the hell out of the ball. So
yes. Pete Carroll, even because Pete Carroll, if you think about Pete Carroll, he's had Marshawn. He's had a lot of great running backs. Nate Dogg, salute, brother, salute. We appreciate you joining, Nate Dogg. Salute. Nate, comment your favorite football team in the chat, brother. Who is your squad and what are you looking forward to tonight?
Is that on a bike?
Yeah, all those. Oh, is that Lil Wayne on a bike? Oh, that's Clay Matthews. Boo! Boo! Clay Matthews in the chat. Boo! Here comes Roger Goodell. Bro, look at all these people booing him, bro. They're booing the shit out of him.
He loves it though.
No, I know he feeds into it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Bears guy from Chi-Town. Yay!
Hey, brother, salute to you.
To the Bears, brother. Dude, I can't wait till the draft is in my city, baby, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I can't wait. We're gonna be way better than that goofy ass crowd. I mean, there's a lot of freaking people though. They're holy shite.
The draft does great revenue for the city.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Pittsburgh has wanted the draft for so long. Bro, and I'm so because and the Steelers had the 21st pick. Holy shit. Our pick's not gonna come till like 10 o'clock. I'm not kidding. Even though I really wanted a Mecca Ibuka. And I'm gonna have to wait 21 picks for fucking Shador Sanders. Or a possible trade. Oh my god, this could be a bad night for me. Packers superfan Lil Wayne. Ugh. Get Clay Matthews bum ass out of the damn boo. I'll never forget him beating the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Boo. That's why I boo AJ Hawk every day on Pat McAfee. Boo. I can't wait till I can't wait till they're in Pittsburgh next year. We have like James Harrison or like Troy Polamalu do that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I would wave my terrible towel, but that shit is hung up because it is signed.
Terry's gonna come out as well.
Ah.
Well, you don't like the real TB12?
Wait. First pick's coming up. Okay, the draft is now officially open, ladies and gentlemen. The 2020. Oh, shit. My apologies. The 2025 NFL draft is officially open. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock with 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Even though we know it's going to be Cam Ward. The draft is officially open. Phone calls are going to be made. Dreams are going to come true. Families' lives are going to be changed.
Yep.
Let's go. The Steelers organization could get possibly freaking worse. There's just a lot going on tonight.
Who you telling?
We got over 1,000 viewers in the chat. We appreciate you all. Make sure to come subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are about 50 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers. Please go check out the playback where we stream wrestling, New York Knicks, NFL coming up here. As you know, our new program gets started here when we talk about football. We are starting off with the draft. And we can't wait. We can't wait. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a great time. You guys know how these drafts go. They're on the board forever.
Yeah.
We see phone calls being made. Cam Ward, we're taking you number one, buddy. Let's go. We know who you're taking. Come on. Wrap it up, pal. Just like wrestling. Wrap it up, pal.
Yeah. Let's speed this up.
Wrap it up. Oh, look at the Tennessee fans. They're hype. Imagine they say with the first pick of the 2025 NFL draft, Tennessee Titans select Travis Hunter. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. No, they're picking Cam. They're taking Cam Ward. They'd be stupid if they wouldn't. Of course, they're doing a freaking thing on Shedeur Sanders, though. Dude, I hope he's not a Steeler. I'm literally going to throw my chair if he's a Steeler.
Dude, I hope he's a Giant. I hope they trade back up and get him.
Oh, my God, do it. Do it, please. I'm not going to lie. I'm a college football guy. I watch college football every week. But with Jackson Dart, I would much rather have him than fucking Shedeur Sanders. Tough one. That's a tough one as we have 6 minutes and 45 seconds left as the Tennessee Titans are making their draft pick.
Like, dude, you know what I've come to the realization of? Like, to a certain extent, I like arm talent, cool and all, but like it ain't always arm talent. What you got upstairs, and that's why I'm saying, like, dude, when Shedeur, you mean to tell me he's gone through 5 different systems, and his coach made it so that you got to learn a new system. You got to learn a new system, constantly testing his mental. And dude, the way he throws the ball, it may not be the strongest, but the accuracy is, dude. I hated Brady for how many years? And I'm not saying he's Brady, yes, but all the little traits that people used to tout so much about Brady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. Trust me, I'm a Steelers fan. I dealt with Brady for a while.
Sure.
I think the Patriots have a potential. I don't know. If Travis Hunter is on the board or that kid from Arizona, I think they could really use a receiver. They're comparing Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes. Are you freaking serious?
That's going to be the obvious comparison.
Oh, my God. All right, he ain't that good.
You know who's in the league that has arm strength, but I realize he doesn't impress me?
Who?
Justin Herbert.
The Steelers own Justin Herbert.
Do you know why he doesn't impress me?
Uh-oh. I don't think he's that bad. I think he's pretty good.
He's good. You know what his problem is to me? Whether it's a screen pass or whether it's deep down the field, he's firing that thing really, really hard. He has no touch in his passes. His passes only go one velocity.
Well, he got hurt against the Steelers last year when we played him in week 4. I think it was week 4. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was week 4. And I don't know. With Jim Harbaugh, I think he'll get better.
Yeah.
But the Chargers like to run. I haven't watched too many Chargers football. I'll be honest. I only watch them really when they play the Steelers. But Justin Herbert's good. I think he's decent. He needs that. You know, he had Keenan Allen, which was okay. And then he had Mike Williams, which wasn't that great. Before he went to the Jets. So I think he needs somebody to work with Justin Herbert. But I think he was really good in college too at Oregon. He was pretty good, but we'll see. And ladies and gentlemen, the Tennessee Titans pick is in.
Finally, let's get the Browns. Now the draft really starts.
Yep.
What? The Browns are trading the number 2 pick to the Jaguars.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I just told you, man.
Wait. Oh, shit. You're ahead of me then. Wait.
No, I got it on Twitter. Twitter's always going to be ahead.
I'm listening, Cadell.
Dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is official.
Oh my God.
With the first pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami. It is official. Congratulations to Cam Ward.
Congratulations, young man. You achieved part of the dream, but it just started. It just started.
He sank the bed, and Miami had a chance going top 5 in the beginning of the season. It wasn't his fault. I think he's going to be really good. Good stuff for Cam Ward. Cam Ward is the number 1 overall pick, and he is a Tennessee Titan. And now it is official, ladies and gentlemen. The Cleveland Browns are on the board. Yep, and it is announced. Adam Schefter is announcing it right now.
Dude.
Yep. Cleveland trades the pick to Jacksonville, as Chef just said.
Dude, time out. Wait, I gotta get a beverage.
That's crazy. Wait. So wait. So the Jaguars, oh my God.
Yes.
Dude, this draft is already starting out spicy. I told you guys. There is no certain. I told you guys when I first started the stream and I tweeted out, there is no certainty on these players. There's not one player but Cam Ward that, I need him or I want him. It could go either way.
So wait, who are they trading up for? Because
Travis Hunter.
Oh man.
That makes sense. Travis Hunter. So you guys might get Abdul Carter, unless they're getting Abdul Carter. Dude, what the hell? Dude, now I'm lost. Because I thought Abdul Carter was gonna go number 2 and pair him up with Myles Garrett.
Exactly. So now
what? Do not do the Browns. No, I called it. The Browns might screw it up.
Dude, wait. Listen, you can't afford it. Based on what you just paid Myles, based on what you owe Deshaun, and based on how you have to move on.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You can't afford Abdul Carter. You can't afford him. That's like having a premium guy that in 4 years down the road, I can't pay him.
Yeah. No. Oh my God.
Wait, what the hell?
Shout out to Tony Khan, baby, for making that damn move.
Come on.
AE Dub with another W. AE Dub.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, baby! What a start to the draft. The Jaguars trade up with the Browns, and now the Jaguars have the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Guys, what a start to the draft.
Dude, if I'm them, I'd have to get.
I would get Travis
Carter. It has to be Abdul Carter.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude,
holy shit, dude. This is a little spicy already.
Dude, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Guys, I'm getting flooded with DMs. I'm getting flooded with DMs.
Dude. What the hell?
Oh, I'm already getting oh shit, dude. Dude, the Steelers better not pull something, bro. I swear to God, if George Pickens gets traded and the Steelers get like oh my God.
Imagine they traded George Pickens
giving me
to the
the
Giants for the 3rd pick.
Stop.
Dude.
Stop.
The deals that don't get made are the ones that you wonder about.
No.
I'm not saying I want it to happen, bro.
I'm throwing the damn chair across my setup. I'm just kidding.
You'd have every right to, brother.
No.
Wow. I mean, when you think about it, though, the Browns, they can't afford the second pick. Yep, they're taking Travis
No.
Hunter.
I'm not surprised.
Wow.
I called that, yeah. I haven't got it yet, but did you get it already?
It's on Twitter. I get it on Twitter because I have Ari Merritt. I have Ari.
Yeah, I have my Twitter notifications muted,
See,
especially during the.
I wish I did that.
I'm staying off Twitter because I'm not gonna lie. When the Steelers I'm muting this, and you're gonna see I'm taking off my headphones. You're gonna see a real reaction. Look at Tony Khan! Look at Tony Khan! Woo! Tony! Was there a trade? Yes, the trade happens. The Jacksonville Jaguars trade up to the number 2 over the Cleveland Browns, and they have acquired Travis Hunter. It is official, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Giants are on the clock now.
It is official. With the second pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, cornerback from the University of Colorado. Here we go. Tony Khan's hype as shit. I just saw that video. Oh, they're doing the Walter Payton Man of the Year. The trade is crazy, Kev. The trade was crazy. Jacksonville got the number 2 pick overall. It's pretty crazy. Because I thought they could have got Abdul Carter to line up with Myles Garrett, but as Chef alluded to, which made sense, they ain't gonna pay him. Duval. Travis Hunter gets to stay in Florida. We're going to see Travis Hunter ringside at AEW.
Nah, don't do that. Don't make him suffer through that. He's already going to be playing like a lot of snaps.
Oh my God. I cannot wait for First Take and Get Up tomorrow. And McAfee. McAfee's live, but I can't watch it because I'm streaming it. Bro, this guy's taking forever.
Yeah.
There we go. Travis Hunter is officially a Jaguar. Let's go. All right, Giants are on the clock. Giants are on the clock. Here we go, Chef. The Giants are officially on the board. Damn, he's a little too excited to be in Jacksonville. Is he excited that he's coming back home to his home state, or?
Yeah, essentially.
He's excited to be with AEW. He's decided to be with the
Don't-
AEW brand.
Don't do that. Stop doing that. That's
Giants are going to get their QB, huh? Let's go. Maybe. Damn. So Abdul Carter not going top 3. And Abdul Carter maybe not going to the Giants.
I
I'm
didn't
curious.
I didn't get that. Jedi, nothing came up yet.
It's Giants prime time. Dude, my predictions were off already. I thought the Giants were gonna. I didn't expect that trade. That trade threw everything off. That trade threw everybody. There goes everyone's freaking mock drafts.
Yep.
Everyone's mock drafts are out the window. We got 1.2 thousand people in here. Salute to everybody, and thank you guys for joining us for the NFL draft.
So this is the pick compensation. The Browns traded the second overall, a 4th round pick, number 104, and a 6th round pick, number 200, to the Jaguars for the 5th overall pick, number 36, and number 126. That's quite a haul.
Oof. Yeah. I think Jacksonville won that one. I'm not gonna lie. Good. I think the Jaguars are actually gonna let him play both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they announced him as a wide receiver.
Yeah, that's what I know. Because there's a lot of speculation, bro. I was like, dude, you'd be crazy not to play that guy. At least, I'm not saying the whole freaking game, bro, but
I got the pick.
yeah, and don't say oh damn word.
I'm not.
I'm even off Twitter. I promoted our stream and I got the frick off. Bro, I went to the grocery store and I saw the rubber chickens and the freaking in the dog aisle, and they only had like one and it was ugly as hell. It wasn't an original one. It was ugly. It had like it was like a military theme one. I was like, yeah, I'm not military.
All right. It happened.
Not but I'm not.
I'm not at the draft pick settled in with me. You know, sometimes it's like the pick happens and you're like, all right, we got this guy. And then you really start thinking about, the different ways this guy could be played. It's like, wait, I still got to hear this guy's first statement. All right, the pick was made.
Bro, stop glazing Dion and get to the damn pick. Look at that mark from the Jaguars, that Nepto Brat hype. LOL. AE Dub!
Money mark.
Travis Hunter featured ringside AEW. Book it, pal. Money. Money. He was hype as hell, though. He was jumping up and down, dude. That was kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. Everybody's going to be talking about that now. Look at those damn marks. Look at those idiots. They let Saquon Barkley walk out the door live for the whole world to see.
You got a problem with something?
Let's see who they make up.
You got a problem with something? You want to calm that down a little on the stream? You know what? I got you. Later on in this draft, I got you.
Abdul Carter is a New York Giant with the 3rd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The New York Giants select Abdul Carter, pass rusher, linebacker, defensive end out of Penn State. Happy Valley, right up the road. Good. Now we don't got to play against him anymore in Ohio State. I still think he would have fit better in Cleveland, but damn, that's a shocker of a trade.
Welcome to the NYPD, brother. And I don't mean police department.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think Kev wanted a defensive. I don't think Kev needed a pass rusher. I don't think Kev's happy with the pick. I don't think they needed a pass rusher, dude. I think, I'm telling you, dude, the Jaguar, Tony Khan just fucked up your Giants, if you think about it. Tony Khan might have been the reason your Giants didn't get Travis Hunter because,
When you watch this guy go put on the hat and hug Goodell and all that.
No one gives a shit about that, man.
Even though he doesn't even want to wear that hat. He wants to wear an Eagles hat. That lame.
Yeah.
Never forgive him for that. I'm sorry. I can't forgive him for that. I know you secretly the ops.
He's a PA guy.
Secretly the ops. I can't.
The only prime time is Logan Paul drinking MedLife. No, you guys have Russell Wilson, remember? He's a stud. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I'm sick to my stomach now, son. Yo.
Oh my god, dude, I'm nervous. Nervous.
Because now is when the draft really begins. We knew these were the top three going, but from here on out, it's like, what happens now?
I'm curious for Kev too because the Jets. This guy better be the next. This guy better be the next Bruce Smith.
Right? He better be OC and Michael Strahan put together, man.
He better be the next Michael Strahan, bro. Facts. Dude. Abdul Carter. He's really good though. I watch a lot of college football. He's quick off the edge. He's a little small though. He's a little small, in my opinion, but we'll see.
I mean, but shoot, James Harrison was small.
Sure, that's fair.
He was smaller in height, but he had the strength. He could bull rush. I mean, they call this kid elite, so I don't know.
Yeah, but when you look at him, to me, when you look at Abdul Carter and you look at Micah Parsons, I'm just comparing the two because they're both Penn State guys who are the same damn number and played the exact same way because they had the same coaching. I don't know. You just look at Micah Parsons, that dude's fucking jacked. And I know I don't know him personally, but he's from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I live in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Dude, so we have some friends, family members that know him.
Parsons should have been a freaking giant. This dude was joking with fans, talking about I should take my draft stock so I go to the Eagles. That's why I don't trust him. I don't trust him, man.
Yo, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What if the Browns take Shador?
With the bid?
What if the Browns take Shador? Bro, who the fuck's their quarterback? Kenny Pickett? And who else? Joe Flacco? Flacco re-signed and they have Kenny Pickett?
Don't they still have Trevor Lawrence under contract?
I don't think. Who?
The Jaguars.
I'm talking about the Browns.
Browns. Yeah, Kenny Pickett and who else?
Joe Flacco they re-signed.
Dude, if I'm them, I'm tanking for next year.
You're tanking for Archie Manning?
And here's the crazy part. Everyone
Manning
can say, oh, because you gave Myles Garrett the money, you owe him victories. No. They gave Myles Garrett the money. That's his victory.
Yeah.
They didn't promise him a better team. They said, what about 40 million guaranteed? What about 40, what was it? How much guaranteed? Because he's getting 40 annually for 4 years.
Who?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is getting 4 years, $160 million extension.
And how much of it? Well, 120 was guaranteed.
So,
right?
so he'll have 126 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Which is
So
88 million full guaranteed at the signing, and then he'll have a $21 million signing bonus, and then so his salary will be like 29 million for the season.
Okay. When Myles Garrett said, "I want to get traded," and they said, "What about 160 with 126 guaranteed?" He said, "Yeah, Cleveland ain't that bad when I really think about it. It's, I mean, the people love me.
Mm-hmm.
I've built a fan base here.
Mm-hmm.
My family's used to it. We're not trying to move around so much. Hey, rings, schmings. I can buy a ring."
What is up, the Universe Galaxy? Salute. Thank you so much for joining our NFL draft to watch along tonight here on the Sports JEDI Network. Michael Jordan fans are the worst fans of all time in sports. Are you a LeBron guy?
I'm not all the way myself, but I see what he's talking about.
I see what he's talking about too. Yeah,
I
think it's a lot of it's a lot of. I think I personally think Jordan's. I don't know. I didn't live during the Jordan era.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I can't comment on Jordan.
I can't comment on the debate. I can debate two people from my generation, but I can't debate on that because I didn't watch Jordan play. I'm only 22 years old.
Dude, and not only that, like I'm not about to sit back and watch a whole bunch of old Jordan games.
Oh hell no.
No. It's not that serious to me for me to let me sit there and try and solve the debate myself. Nah, it's not that deep.
Oh yeah. We all know the greatest basketball player of all time is Devin Booker, so we don't really have to talk about it.
Hey, different strokes.
I'm just kidding.
Different strokes for different folks.
I'm just kidding, Jet. I'm not that freaking delusional.
You know what I'm glad about? Kev could be upset about a million things. I'll tell you this. You know what he should be glad about? Travis Hunter didn't go to the Patriots.
Ooh.
Remember, you said that was a possibility at the start.
That could have been a possibility.
Once the Browns made that trade, it was like it really could have been a possibility. But now it's like, glad.
Holy, okay. I got a lot of I got some people here. So that's an example of why I call you guys the worst sports fans, because every time somebody doesn't go for Jordan, they randomly assume you're a LeBron fan. Then I can agree with that statement 100%. I could agree with that 100%. I personally just asked, but I can agree with that 100%. There are a lot of people that are quick to assume, all that, I can agree with your statement 100%, Universe Galaxy. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Joey Taylor, Steph Curry is becoming one of the greats in basketball. He's the greatest shooter of all time. There's no ifs, buts, or what about it. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. He is a different type of point guard. He's one of those point guards that when you look at point guards, a lot of them like to facilitate the ball, move the ball around. You have to, when you play Steph Curry, you have to change your entire defensive game plan just to guard one guy. He's impactful to the any team he's on. And yeah, Steph Curry, I think he's one of the greats. JEDI, Chris, where does Shedeur end up? Las Vegas. I said it, Kev.
Wow.
I'm a little curious because, I said this in the beginning, right? There's that Tom Brady connection. I think Shedeur would fit in Vegas,
Chris,
but
never gonna guess.
My thing is, hold up. Again, don't tell me. But my thing is like, I don't know. I don't know. With them signing Geno, Kev, I don't know. But I think it's hard. It's so hard. I don't know. I'd be very surprised. Kev, I think they should get a Sean Genti. I think Las Vegas gets a Sean Genti instead of Shedeur. So I don't think Shedeur ends up in Las Vegas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before you read that,
go ahead.
for the Patriots have selected Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU. And that's a solid pick for them. They definitely needed to beef up their offensive line. Now the Browns are on the clock. You'd never guess who they're taking.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm still at Will Campbell shaking the Goodell's hand. That's why I'm trying to read some of these chats until they get drafted. But thank you. You're welcome. But another example is the recent bias. They say things like Steph Curry is the great. I personally think Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. I don't think it's biased. I'm a Phoenix Suns fan, and I'm not a bandwagon. I've been a Phoenix Suns fan since 2016. When I really started watching basketball. It was the first team I ever, grew up liking when I started watching basketball. So there's that. Their history is 1980 and after, especially the players that know from the media. Watch Cleveland pick Sanders. I feel like Kev already knows the pick for that, and he does, but I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Damn, Gilly really made the big hats popular. Damn, dude, the Steelers, man. Chef, I don't need you saying anything about my Steelers because I know you're going to know before me. I'm off Twitter. I'm off social media. My phone's over there.
I'm not saying nothing. It's just the pick is in for the Browns, I believe.
Yes. Well, anyway, you guys are doing good. So many subscribers and lots of punching in your stream. How come more people don't type, and how come you don't let people join your panel then? So I'll say this, right? You said, how come more people don't type? Well, I think a lot of people are just listen to our commentary. We it's the first time, we're really starting. We're doing football in a long time here. So we're kind of getting the new football audience here, I guess. We do have a lot of subscribers. We're thankful. We're almost at 20K. We're getting there. And, this is kind of our panel, our squad right here. Our founder, Kev, he's up doing the Knicks game on the playback, but he should be with us for a couple, most of the episodes too when basketball season ends. So we're gonna have more guys on the panel. Don't worry. This is just a start. This is just a start, baby. This is just a start with the draft. Come on now. Come on now. The Cleveland Browns pick is in. Boo. Chat, I need you guys watching. Comment, who's your favorite football team? Who is your favorite football team? And what are you hoping for this season? Let me know. I want to see what teams, what fans we got here in this chat.
I want to know what your love is. Wow.
Oh. Okay, that's not a bad pick. Wow.
It's not. Go ahead and announce.
They really turned down the so if they got a defensive. Wow. So they really traded down to get. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in, and the Cleveland Browns, number 5, select Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan, which lets me know they probably wanted to trade with the Giants for Abdul Carter, but the Giants probably wanted Cam Ward first, based on the reporting that's out there.
Yeah.
Raiders are now on the clock, ladies and gentlemen.
That's so interesting to me because you just gave the opportunity. Hold up. You gave the opportunity away to get Abdul Carter, and you were just going to get another defensive lineman. Wow.
But Chris, once again, looking at the Browns cap situation, I also think the numbered pick mattered. Like they couldn't afford to pay the top 3 guys.
No, I agree.
I think maybe it's number 5. That was the number they were like, hey, we're not dipping past this number. We can still afford to pay this person, and we can beef up, the defensive line. Wow.
I'm gonna see if I can get some Cleveland Brown. The
Raiders are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you guys think they take?
Wow, dude, all these, a lot of a lot of Cleveland Brown fans aren't happy. Wow, the biggest Cleveland, one of the biggest Cleveland Browns fan pages on Twitter, just put the gif of a clown. Wow.
No, well, yeah, I mean, all right, absolutely, yes. But what is the board telling you? Chris, right now, what is the board telling you?
I'm watching Mason Graham's interview.
No, but like that's not it, right? When I say what is the board telling you?
Oh, you mean like what am I thinking is gonna happen?
No. So far, based on the draft picks, this is what I'm explaining.
Okay.
Based on the positions, what type of players are taking, what is the board telling you? Well, the board is telling me a couple things. Number one, a lot of the NFL teams feel that after Cam Ward, there's a huge drop off in quarterback talent.
Absolutely. I said that in the beginning. Yep.
Number two, the other thing that the board is telling me is based on the next 3 picks that came up and got picked, this is a defensive draft. The league feels that this is a defensive draft. The defensive players are at a premium right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree. There are a good amount of defensive players, that are projected to go first round around that area. I kind of want to, I have some notes here. Kind of want to give some mentions, right? Jalen Walker from Georgia. He's a linebacker. He's projected to go top 15. He's pretty decent. He had a great game in the SEC championship. Really looked great. Again, Mason Graham just got drafted, and I had him on my list. Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, had him on my list. I forget that kid there's a kid from Tennessee. He's a good edge rusher. I had him on my list. But there's a couple good defensive guys that could go first round. And there's some skill players too in the cornerback position. So we're just going to have to see what teams need. There's not that many teams that need a freaking quarterback. Oh my God.
Yeah, but also both the Bears and the Giants, who both need a quarterback, took defensive players.
Ashton Jeanty is a Raider.
We go. You got it.
Ashton Jeanty is a Raider. Dude, the Raiders. Ooh. Yep, I knew that, Kev. When Kev asked me this right here, I had a feeling in the beginning that Ashton Jeanty was going to go to Vegas. Damn, so Shador out of the top 5. And he was projected to go 3. Holy shite.
That's not all that surprising when I see some of the
that first trade was surprising.
But do you know why? He's out of all the quarterbacks, he's the one that's the most intriguing in the sense of if a team is smart enough and lets him drop far enough and they come back up and get him, it'll feel like a steal. If he drops to a certain number and the team that's unexpected gets him, it's like, all right, we're wondering what. He's the one guy that's, really boom or bust.
Sanders to the Jets. How about that? Kev thinks in the chat. I don't know. I mean, you could. I think Justin Fields is great, bro. I think you guys got something there. I think you do.
And it wouldn't make sense to
You guys
have
could. I think
Fields on-
they should get that kid from
Oh.
Arizona.
I know who they got. We'll wait for the pick.
Jets.
JETS, Jets.
I hope you Steelers don't pick Sanders. I hope we don't either, Joey. I want Jackson Dart. If we get I want Emeka Ibuka. That's who I really wanted this whole time because I thought Rodgers was gonna be on the damn team.
Wow. Okay, so news from the Giants side.
Go ahead, Chef.
The Giants are picking up Kayvon Thibodeau's fifth year option. So there was speculation of after while they were getting Abdul Carter of potentially trading Kayvon Thibodeau, but Joe Shane is letting it be known you can never have enough pass rushers, and I agree with that statement. I didn't feel comfortable with trading Kayvon Thibodeau.
That's why Chef is
Especially
our
when
New
we
York
go-
Giants correspondent.
Dude, when Kayvon got hurt, it was on Burns, and he couldn't really explode like that. Then when Burns got hurt and Kayvon came back, it really dude, you need multiple pass rushers in this league.
No, Burns and Carter are still good, man. Ooh, they're comparing Alshon Jeffrey to Emmitt Smith. That's an interesting comparison. It's like always.
You know what? I can see that. I can see that comparison because with Ashton Genty, I don't think he's gonna blow by everyone in his first year. He's gonna, the first year you always surprise him with your speed.
Mm-hmm. No, Ash, he's the perfect fit.
But no, what I'm saying is he's the perfect fit because if you've seen a lot of his games, what's impressive with me for Ashton Genty isn't his speed, it's the contact balance.
What's impressive for me is, and I agree with you. What's impressive for me is when I see this kid do drills, his agility, when he's running the ball, and you see how quick he's moving, and you just see him burst. Like when he gets the ball, and you see him burst, and he's really patient.
Yep.
There's a lot of running backs, like Saquon Barkley. That's why he's the best. There's a lot of running backs and Derrick Henry. And Le'Veon Bell, one of my favorites.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching Saquon Barkley for years. Derrick Henry,
Giants fan, exactly.
Derrick Henry is the best running back in the league.
Ooh,
and it's not a bias on Saquon. I remember feeling this when Saquon was on our team. I'm going, I love him, but he's not Derrick Henry.
Oh, Bray. Oh, wait. Oh.
Announce it.
Wait, he was projected to go number 16. What the fuck? No, excuse my language, but oh my God, go ahead, Chef, announce the Jets pick because I saw
the Jets at number 7 are taking Missouri offensive tackle Armand Membo.
I just dropped my mic. Holy shit. I hate when that happens. My fault, chat. Wow. I just saw that in the chat and I just wanted to put up because
it's not the sexiest pick, but the Jet, you can never have enough offensive tackles either in this league. You need to build the trenches. Now I gotta go watch Abdul Carter highlights and stuff. I didn't.
So the Jets pass up a chance on drafting Shador Sanders. They didn't get the tight end from Michigan. They didn't get Tyler Warren. You know, Tyler Warren was projected to go to the Jets. The best tight end in football. You guys could have had the best tight end in football. The Jets missed an opportunity to draft Tyler Warren.
Now they could have had Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is pretty good too. Oof.
I'm trying to see something real quick. But yeah, they could have had him too. Tom Brady got his boy Genty. Yep. Wow, I'm still stuck on this. Dude, they didn't get Tyler Warren? What the fuck? Why would the Jets not get Tyler Warren? He would have done so much for the... Oh, I want to see the Jets reaction, fans, too. I'm officially getting the pick on my TV. Let's go. And now the Carolina Panthers are on the board. All righty. So Tyler Warren's still on the board. Travion Henderson, running back at Ohio State, is still on the board. James Pierce, pass rusher from Tennessee, still on the board. I always say that wide receiver from Arizona because I suck at pronouncing his name. But McMillan,
Yeah,
I cannot pronounce the dude's first
name.
name.
I don't know.
Save my life.
I do not
and
know.
And then who else did I give an honorable mention to here that I thought was going to go fire? Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan. He's still on the board. He's another player I had to keep an eye out. I made a list on a couple players I wanted to personally keep an eye out.
His name is Titty Boy McMillan.
Damn, so Jackson Dart's not even projected to go first round on a lot of people's mock drafts that I'm looking at. Holy shite.
Yeah. That's why, dude, that's why I don't like the idea of trading up for him. I'm sorry, but no,
I don't think you should trade up for him. I think you should just get him if he's available. You'd be fucking stupid to trade up for him.
No, I understand, but to a certain extent, it's dude, I'm sitting back and I'm watching a lot of the conversation. It's to a certain extent, yeah, but dude, I don't think Shedeur was that bad that we should be juggling between him and Jackson Dart. And I don't think the conference was that bad either. Especially because and you said this point earlier, right? Shedeur didn't. Oh, as Arizona has taken sorry. I said Arizona. He went to Arizona.
You went there. So the Panthers are taking him?
Yeah. Shoot, what was I talking about before?
I like that. Hold up real quick. I'll know what, I'll talk about that when I get it. Go ahead.
Wait, what was I
Damn, Jets fans are hype right now on TV.
Oh, man. Crap.
I can't believe Shedeur Sanders is going to be a Steeler.
Yeah. I don't think it's look. Like you said the point earlier, right? Shedeur didn't face the most toughest of competition. True to a certain extent, but if you remember correctly, that team was projected to be what, a 4-12 team? So is it that all of a sudden the competitors got weak, or they just played above standard? Because it's got to be, at least a mixture of both.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. Wow. Steelers still have a long freaking time.
Dude.
The next pick, don't say that one. I'm curious to see if Shador goes to the Saints or not. If Shador doesn't go to the Saints, I think he's coming to Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna fucking be so mad. Again, excuse my language, but I'm really gonna be heated.
I mean, but also, I don't also like. Here's the other thing too that I like. I also want people to take into consideration. Sometimes it isn't that the player is so bad that the team doesn't want them. It's realistically too. We don't know a lot of the conversations in like how players spend their off season and what the team's plans are. So when the rounds of cuts tend to happen for training camp and things of that nature, and they start to anticipate things, maybe it's not, hey, we need a quarterback right now versus this position is more of need for us to have continuity, as opposed to getting a quarterback.
Yo, the Saints said they will not pick a quarterback. They are sticking with Spencer Rattler for the 2025-2026 NFL season. Oh shit. So if Carolina does get McMillan, which I think Chef kind of alluded to earlier, I think the Saints should try to get Tyler Warren. If what Joey just told me was true, I think the Saints should get Tyler Warren. If not, I'm gonna go back to what's it called? I'm gonna go back to Nate Dogg, and I think the Bears could benefit having Tyler Warren if he's still available. So we'll see.
Aching for Arch.
But thank you for that information, Joey Taylor. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm surprised Will Johnson's still on the board. I'm surprised Jalen Walker's still on the board. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised Will Johnson's still on the board, but he should go soon.
Aching for Arch. There's going to be a lot of teams that maybe, people are going to project that they're doing that too. Based on this pick. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're tanking for Arch next year.
We got to see how he fucking plays first.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like they can prospect these guys to be top this and top that or whatever. It's like, dude, play first. Because y'all said, like, and Jackson Dart is the perfect example. Y'all said he was going to be a consensus number 1 overall pick. And how many people look like fools tonight for having that statement?
Yep. It is official, ladies and gentlemen, with the number 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers select Tierra McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona, excuse me, not Arizona State, wide receiver, Arizona. Again, if I butchered that first name, I've been doing it for all college football season last year, so I apologize.
Titty boy McMillan.
That's crazy.
Titty boy.
I think it's so funny watching these agents be on their phones backstage. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
6'4", holy moly. Yeah. The problem with McMillan was, there were a lot of plays in the season where he knew he wasn't getting the ball, or it'd be like he was supposed to block, and he kind of took some plays off. Stated multiple times that he is a volleyball player, not a football player. He loves volleyball, so that's questioned some teams. But a lot of people maybe thought he wasn't going to reach the top 10 because of some of his actions on the field and off the field. But I guess Carolina is taking a chance on him, so that's good. Hopefully he focuses up because he has some talent. He's 6'4". You can put that guy into the slot too, not just out in the X position out wide. So we'll be good. If the Saints stick with Spencer, they're definitely going. How many games there are in this season? They're definitely going to go 1-16 this year and get the first pick next year. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think the Saints fan base would like that. I think you're in this league. You're in this business to win. You're in this business to win. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, the pick is in right now, and Chef probably knows it, but we won't announce it right now. But
And hell up, brother.
the pick is in, Joey. The pick is in. Can we get to 550 likes? Smash it. Yes. Get us to 550 likes. Smash the like button. We have about 1,000 people in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Salute. Make sure to subscribe. We were around 50 to 45 subscribers away from hitting 20,000, and that is our goal. So we really appreciate you guys. If you guys could, smash the like button and smash that subscribe button. Go check us out on the Playback TV. Video or links are in multiple descriptions from our wrestling content, our New York Knicks stuff. Kev's over there right now doing the Knicks game. Go check us on the Playback watch along where we actually show you the footage. This is the first time in a long time where we are actually doing a watch along, where we don't show you the footage. But this is YouTube. There are guidelines and restrictions we have to follow. But this is still a great time. We appreciate all the thousands of people in the chat. I appreciate Chef joining me here tonight. Yes, get us to 550 and get us to 20K. We appreciate it. Chef, if the Saints stick with Spencer this year, they're going to go 1-16 and get the first round pick next year.
Dude, I dare to the believe. I can't say anything else. Believe.
We don't care about these damn interviews. Congratulations, but move on.
Yeah, word. Get off the stage, brother.
We still have over 10 picks until the Steelers. Hey, look at all those Steelers Yinzers out in the crowd right there behind the Colts fans.
Wave your terrible towels.
My terrible towel's hung up, but I'm waving it.
Wave your terrible towels.
My proof. Archie Manning. I forgot Archie Manning played for the Saints. Damn, those gaming chairs with the Saints logos are kind of dope. Dude. Give me a Steelers one.
NFL be having some great gear. Really, the college teams be having better gear than the NFL.
Oh, hell yeah.
It makes me sit back and go, like, what the hell is the NFL doing, bro?
Hell yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Joey.
Pick.
Oh. Okay. Maybe the Giants or maybe the Saints are going to stick with. Fuck. So you're telling me Shedeur Sanders is going to be a Steeler? Oh, my God. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, excuse my language, but no. Oh. No way I have to wait over freaking 10 picks for that.
Dude, you're probably getting a defensive back and you don't even know it.
I will gladly take Will Johnson. And I will be fine. Even though he's a Michigan guy, I'd still take him. Over freaking Shedeur Sanders.
Oh yeah, if y'all get what's his name from Kentucky? Hairston.
Oh, I think I have him in my notes.
Dude, he's a
Where I thought
physical
he was
beast,
gonna go.
bro.
Maxwell Harrison, I had him going.
Maxwell Hairston, yup.
Yeah, I knew it. I had him going in the top 20 because I think Will Johnson's gonna get it. I think Will Johnson's gonna be the first CB drafted, and he'll be second.
Bears being the Bears.
The 49ers could pick Sanders because Brock's contract is up after the season. Huh? That's the thing. Joey Taylor, that's a thing to keep an eye on.
That's interesting.
Damn it, Chef. We are on YouTube, brother.
My bad. I didn't even know. I didn't.
This isn't the playback.
Oh. This is quite the interesting night tonight.
I am not ready. But yes, they could get. I wouldn't be surprised about that, Joey. That's a good call. Who the hell are you guys? Get to the damn draft picks. I'm not gonna lie though, the one in the black's kind of looking Caldine Wolf. She's looking kind of good. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, is that Lauren Booker? I didn't even know that was her. She's always fine. I watch NFL. I only watch NFL Live for Lauren. I like Dan Orlovsky too. He has a funny personality. He's funny. Even though I hate his freaking takes on, oh my God. He has some personal animosity towards the Steelers. It pisses me off. I like Dan Orlovsky. Mina Kimes is okay. Swagoo's pretty good. The Damian Woody's all right. Free Shay Shay.
Bears being the Bears.
They're stupid if they don't get Tyler Warren. Lauren, girl, I love to see you on TV, but please get to the draft picks. We have 11 picks until the Steelers. Breaking news, May 15th, I believe they said the NFL drafts or the NFL schedule will be released.
Full schedule will be released. Yep. We'll know which televised games is there and all that. I can't wait.
Cool.
Because Chris, we're gonna have a lot to talk about this year. Like I would love to have a fantasy discussion with you about how you're planning your fantasy team this year. If you're playing fantasy this year.
I play fantasy every single year, of course. Last year, I see my old method in high school. I've been playing fantasy football. Yes. Josh Rutledge, who used to play for the Red Sox, is married to Laura. Yes. Josh retired. Now he's just living life playing golf. Oh, yeah. RIP Stephen Michael Dongo or Mongo. Excuse me. WCW guy, too, as well. Since we are a pro wrestling network as well. All right, Roger.
Turn it up.
Come on, Roger.
R.I.P. Steve McMichael. Okay, well, rest in peace, and we honor your death. Come on, Roger.
You're telling me that you did not draft the Chicago Bears in the 10th pick. All right, the 10th pick overall, 2025 NFL draft. Chicago Bears select. Fuck, it went away.
Loveland.
Yes. I didn't even realize who they drafted at first. Because I was waiting for Tyler. So you drafted the kid from Michigan. I'm not gonna lie, I hate Michigan so much I don't watch their games, bro. Okay, so he lines up as a fullback. So same thing Tyler Warren does, except Tyler Warren does it better. Tyler Warren gets down the field he gets way down the field way better. Tyler Warren's better in size. Ooh, we'll see about that one. We'll see about that one. We'll see about that one. That's a good block right there. That's a good inside block. Having your running back follow behind you, getting outside. But still, I don't know. If you're getting a tight end, should have been Tyler Warren, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, yo,
Maybe,
I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe that's why I'm not a GM.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Now that the pick is really sitting in with me, the Giants got like what potentially could be a dominant defensive line again. Dude, those were the days, Chris. You know those days we talk about.
Those were the days. The Niners are in. Holy shit, the Niners are up.
Yep.
I'm ready to see who Dallas drafts because I wonder if Stephen A is going to go on a rant tomorrow. Even though he's a Steelers fan, he likes to talk shit about Dallas. I would kind of be surprised if Shador went to the 49ers. I'm just surprised that he's dropped so down. Like, I was wrong. I really thought if he was on the board with like the Raiders or something, but again, Geno, I'm not that surprised. I don't know. I don't know. I can't believe he's going to be a Steeler. As they are in a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
How are the Knicks doing?
We're up right now, 93 to 85.
Okay. The Pirates play at 9:29.
Dude, that's
Hoping to get a second win against the Angels.
Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet went on the road to watch the Knicks.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's a tweet. I'm about to send this to you, Chris.
Word.
And this is perfect for draft night.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. So guys, when Chef just sent me a good interesting comparison. I can show this. This isn't anything we get in trouble for. So if you look at this picture, when DJ Ungalele, as you guys know him, Florida State quarterback now, who originally committed to Clemson, he was supposed to be this big thing. Coming out of high school, went to St. John Bosco in California, and he became a real bust. Cam Ward, he was a 0-star recruit. So interesting how the tables turned. Uh-oh, dude, they're showing Dion. Or they're showing Shador. Uh-oh. Steelers have the 24th pick. They're hinting to that. So the rest of the teams on the board. The Niners have a quarterback. Dallas. Oh, my God. Yeah, Shador Sanders is a Steeler. Picks 11 through 20 all have quarterbacks. You saw that. Picks 11 through... Ah! It better be Jackson Dart.
Where are you getting that from?
What?
That picks 11 through 20 are all quarterbacks.
Well, look at it. Look at it. Ready? You have the Niners. They have Brock Purdy. You have the Cowboys. They have Dak. You have the Miami Dolphins. They have Tua. You have the...
Oh, you're saying,
the
oh, they
Colts.
all have quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said,
Yeah, the Colts have Richardson.
Picks 11 through 20 are going to be quarterbacks. I'm like,
Oh, no. Picks 11 through 20 already have quarterbacks on their roster.
yeah.
Which is all I'm saying. I think we're going to... If they don't get... If Shador's not a Niner, he's a Steeler. And I'm going to... I hate these mock drafts. I hate mock drafts. Mel Kepler, Peter Schrager, screw your damn mock draft. Stop doing it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It
Dude,
screws everything up.
You know whose mock draft I actually get interested in because like he,
Scheffler? Who?
Todd McShay.
Oh yeah.
He's really knowledgeable about the game. Like it kind of sucked when ESPN lost him.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Nope, you're good, brother. That's another guy I kept my eye on, ladies and gentlemen. With the 11th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 49ers select Mikael Williams from Georgia. The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock with 1:25 left. That's a good pickup for the 49ers. That's a really good pickup. Especially with Nick Bosa. Yeah, I like it. That's a good pickup. Which means they're probably going to pay Purdy. Unless they tank. Unless they tank and they have a half draft pick next, or a higher draft pick next year. Yeah, he played really well in that SEC championship too. Yeah, I like that. Him and Nick Bosa. Oh, yep. The Cowboys pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowboys pick is in. Do we have any Dallas Cowboys fans in the chat? If so, I think you guys could get Tyler Warren. Uh-oh, Cowboys. Is Stephen A going to go on first take tomorrow and light up? When I mean light up, is he going to make fun of the Cowboys for their shitty draft pick? Okay, Joey Taylor. I've been a Cowboys fan since I was born. There we go. Your pick is on the board. Oh, with the 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama. Dallas Cowboys adding another big offensive lineman. You know, they've had some great offensive linemen in the past with Zach Martin. So, you know, I think Dallas will. Okay, we'll see. Really surprised Tyler Warren did not get picked yet. Tight end out of Penn State. Really surprised. Damn, big boy's hustling. That dude hype. Congratulations to the young man. Tyler Booker. Congratulations. Joey, how do you feel about Tyler Booker? You guys are getting another offensive guard. I think he plays left guard. Yep, he does play left guard. Alabama and Ohio State, I've been fans of both college teams for 16 years since I was 13. OHIO. I'm an Ohio State fan. I eat, sleep, and breathe Buckeye football. I've been a Buckeyes football fan since I was a kid. Grew up watching Dwayne Haskins, Ezekiel Elliott, JT Barrett. Go Buckeyes. OH, you're 2025 national champions, baby. College football fans, who are we liking? Who you guys like? Drop it in the chat. Who's your favorite college football team? Miami Dolphins are still on the clock. The Miami Dolphins have 5 minutes and 9 seconds. Oh, my dad has been a Michigan football fan for 40 years. Oh, man. You know how I feel about Michigan. You know how we feel about Michigan here. I bet there's a lot of, since you said you do like Ohio State, I bet there's a lot of, tension there during the games. That's what it's all about. College football, baby. Rivals, football. But man, Michigan, if there's two teams I can't stand, it's the Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns. Three teams, the Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens, and the Michigan Wolverines. I can't freaking stand them. Alrighty, Dolphins are still on the clock with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. Is Miami going to take Tyler Warren here? They should. They still got Tyreek as of now. They got Jalen Waddle. I mean, why not? Same with college basketball. I'm a Duke fan and my dad's a North Korea. Jeez. So you guys are just full of freaking rivalries in that household, huh? Nah, my favorite college football team or college basketball team, I like Kentucky. I'm a Wildcats guy. Devin Booker. Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, John Wall. Duke's has some really good players too. Jason Tatum, Kyrie, JJ. RJ Barrett, who's current. March Madness was good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins pick is officially in. I still think them adding Tyler Warren would be a good addition to their roster. So far, no shenanigans have happened with the Pittsburgh. No shenanigans have happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we'll keep an eye out.
I had to mute myself real quick.
Bro, stop with all these commercials. Holy hell. I'm just trying to watch the fucking draft. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Ante? What the hell?
You're right. That made me laugh. Giants fans are hilarious.
Are Giants fans pissed?
No,
Abdul Carter.
No, because they're like, wait, we just got Abdul Carter and the Cowboys got a guard. So that's like,
oh, that's funny.
Like, no, seriously, like they're now dreaming up packages. Hold up, we can put Abdul right next to Dex, have Kayvon and Burns coming off the edge.
Yeah,
you double teaming.
That's what they should have gotten Tyler Warren, brother.
Who are you double teaming?
Holy moly. With the 13th pick overall in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, another Michigan player, another defensive tackle. I believe his father played in Michigan back in the day, as I can see back on his background, but the last name Grant sounds really familiar. So, second generation athlete. I guess who's Miami's? Oh, they still had. Yeah, I know who they have. Okay, I guess that's why they didn't get Tyler Warren. Pick number 14, Shador Sanders is still on the freaking board. Oh my lord. I might just have to accept it at this point. I'm a UConn women's basketball fan for 16 years. Yeah, I've honestly just started watching women's basketball. I'm not gonna lie. Within the last 3 years. I don't have a favorite team. I like UConn, but I also really like UCLA. They're a program for the women's that I like. I root for. Obviously, you got to root for Dawn Staley in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to, LSU's pretty good with Flau'jae. But I like what Coach Corey does at UCLA with her team. I think they have good shooters, good big lady down below in Lauren Betts. So I would say for the women, I would say UCLA is a good squad. Your Steelers can pick Will out. Okay, let's talk about that. Because now I'm going to go off a little bit. And Joey Taylor brought this up. Will Howard. My Steelers could pick Will Howard. What's the disrespect with Will Howard for these NFL teams and these mock drafters? This guy is a national champion. This guy has a slingshot. He had a bad combine. I get it. But he had a really good pro day. I think Will Howard deserves, and again, I might just sound completely biased, but you see my bed sheets back there. You see my walls. I got Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State fanatic. I've seen this guy play his entire season this year. I'm not scared to it. He had his struggles. He has his problems, but you can't deny his arm. You can't deny his accuracy. Oh! Finally, ladies and gentlemen, with the 14th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State. He should have been first overall tight end, first tight end picked in the draft, but congratulations, Tyler Warren. He got me nervous during that Ohio State game. Like, look at that. You're not guarding that. You aren't guarding that big guy. Show him lined up in the yes. Yes, look at that. Oh my God, he doesn't even get down. Line that dude up as a fullback and have him go out into the flat. Boom, boom. All freaking day. And Penn State puts, again, I watched this Ohio State game. They literally put this man at, like they would put Tyler Warren in a wildcat. You usually see running backs running out from the wildcat formation. You don't see tight ends. And look, that's what I said earlier. Oh, look how good he goes to the middle of the field. He runs right through the middle of the field when he's lined up on the line, and nobody even looks at him. Nobody even looks at him. Why was he not the first overall tight end? Oh, those teams are going to, who took the Michigan guy? Oh, they're going to be, I think it was think it was the 49ers. Yeah, they're gonna. No, it was the Jets. No, it was the 49ers. Wow, they might regret that. Hey, my 1 second, chat. I know Pat McAfee's hype. Oh, everybody's doing the watch party over there for. Here we go. We're almost at the Steelers. We are almost at the board. Almost getting my heart broken. Yo, these commercials are ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. The Atlanta Falcons are still on the board. As we're still in commercial break, chat. It's been a little, not a little bit of a predictable draft. I will say it hasn't. I mean, we got an early trade in the beginning of the draft with Jacksonville getting the number 2 overall pick. Travis Hunter stays in his hometown of Florida where he originally committed. Fun fact, people might not know, Travis Hunter originally committed to Florida State and then decommitted to join Deion at Jackson State. So he's a Florida boy. As the Atlanta Falcons are still on the board with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Damn, so Travion Henderson, Quashawn Jenkins, Emeka Ibuka. I might be biased, but I want to see my Ohio State guys get picked. Come on. I know Atlanta could use a running back. There we go. Atlanta Falcons still on the clock as they come back from commercial break with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the board. Best men's available according to Mel Kepler, Shador Sanders, Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia, Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan, Josh Simmons, which is OHIO, offensive lineman who stepped up big time when we needed him during those playoffs, and running back from North Carolina, Amarian Hampton. Are the top 5 players, top 5 best players available in this draft according to Mel Kepler. You see, Shador Sanders is in his hometown or in his town, Camden, Texas, with his agents, crew, family. They haven't shown Dion, but and then you see, I believe that's Jalen Walker. Showing him too. Maybe he'll be drafted next. We'll see. And the Atlanta Falcons pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Falcons pick is in. And after they get this shite off the screen, it should be announced.
Let's go. Sorry. As the Knicks are up 112 to 105.
Oh, there you go.
Left.
Here we go. Falcons pick is in. Here we go. The Atlanta Falcons draft pick is in. Fans are front row.
Excuse me.
Hey! With the 15th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. He stays home in Georgia. He's not from Georgia, but he stays in Georgia. There we go. Here we go, and the Arizona Cardinals are officially on the board. Man, I can't believe Shador is going to be a Steeler. No mention of Jackson Dart. No showing of Jackson Dart. Nobody has him on his mock drafts in the first round. I hope these stupid GMs don't actually listen to those bullshit mock drafts. Or actually don't watch them or paying attention or anything.
Hit your free throws, brother. All right, it's up 6. 23 seconds left. Close it out. Let's play some defense.
Here we go.
$15 seconds left. Ball went out of bounds. They still got the ball. Missed. Knicks get the rebound. He gets fouled. 8 seconds left. This is the part that I hate of the draft. It kind of slows down.
Not for me. I mean, yeah, because your team already has been picked. They already picked. I'm still anticipating Shador Sanders. As we still have 850 people strong in the chat, we appreciate you. We appreciate you so much for joining us on this draft. We know around this time it gets a little, long. We're still waiting for the picks to get in, but we do a lot of announcing, interviewing. But we appreciate you guys for sticking around. And we're here first show of the new football program on the Sports JEDI Network, and it starts with the draft. I may do some preseason games, maybe the first one, only because that's sort of, especially for the Steelers, that's sort of the opening. The Steelers have a thing where they will play their entire starters in the beginning of the first preseason game. The Steelers will play their starters, at least for the first drive or two at max. So Mike Tomlin likes to get a feel of things. At least the last 2 years, he started the entire roster to the first drive. So we're going to get a little see of that, especially if Shador's on the fucking squad. Like, I definitely want to see how he does. He's definitely going to get at least three sets at quarterback. He'll be in for 3 drives at least. And the Arizona Cardinals pick is in. Here we go. Last year they drafted Ohio State great and Pennsylvania boy Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right. Inbounded. 5 seconds.
Okay, that's the guy. I had him on my list who I was talking about earlier. With the 16th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. He is another guy, again, I had on my radar, on my notes, on my players to watch out for the draft. That's pretty good. There's a lot of defensive tackles being picked in the draft.
Defensive draft, brother. The board is telling you that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you when you said it earlier. And the Cincinnati Bengals are on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
So then let me ask you realistically, right? And like, if you were if you were the guy drafting, knowing how much defenses are being bolstered up, are you getting a quarterback or are you getting an offensive lineman?
Well, it depends. Again, it would depend on my situation. It would depend what I need. But if in this specific quarterback draft class, no. No quarterback, unless you have the number 1 pick with Cam Ward, there's no quarterback worth it.
Like, this is the thing. Like, it gets to a point.
And
Like,
I know there's this quarterback is for. I've said it too. I said it
no,
on
I
Twitter.
see
I
this.
tweeted it.
Look,
This,
value wise, and this
yeah.
is probably the Giants thinking as well. I'm willing to risk the guy that I could potentially want dropping for me getting more surefire guys that are at more important positions. Because at the end of the day, like, I can't miss those guys. But if I get this guy and he ends up being good, but I have no other pieces to protect him, then I've essentially wasted how many more years? You don't know how any other draft, plays out. And you don't know if this guy is going to be good enough to play you out of position to get those guys that he would need to protect him. Like, that's the delicate balance you play as a team builder.
I agree. And we're seeing it in the current league right now with Max Crosby just got his bag. Myles Garrett got his bag. TJ Watt's next, hopefully get his bag. Micah Parsons is about to get his bag. We're seeing that new wave. And again, here's my thing, Chef. That freaking rule change is a lot of the reasons why these pass rushers. But here's because the thing, like, there's a rule with pass rushers, like, about how you could line up, and it's like it's weird. I would have to look into the rule completely, but like TJ Watt would complain, like it's a flag every time or whatever. Like, we have to. First off, the NFL has to fix that. Second, I think it's going to play in the advantage of pass rushers, though. And like and I guess they're switching some things. Like, I guess pass rushers are going to be like beneficial to defensive team, like two teams that like to focus on defense, like the Steelers, for example. With TJ, and then we like to send Alex Highsmith. He's on the weak side, and we like to send him if he does blitz on the outside. So it's pretty good. Again, I'm just using the Steelers because I obviously that's my team. I cover them, I report them, I know them the best. But the linebacker position is getting valuable, and we're seeing it in the draft. Just defensive. Again, the defense. I've said this before. When I was in high school, and my defense was championships. I've said that from the beginning. And unless you need a quarterback and there's one there, I don't get your defensive, get your pass rushers while you can with this league rules being a little janky.
As the Bengals pick is in.
Oh my God, is the game tied, bro?
No. 117 to 116. Knicks are up by 1. There's 0.5 seconds left. And Knicks are up by 2 now. They were playing the foul game. That's it. Once you get it within 5 and you get this,
I'm not watching it because okay.
Yeah, like the Detroit just started playing the foul game. Brunson hits this free throw. We're up 3 and they have to inbound it. No, he missed, so they have to dribble it out. Yep, because it was 0.5 and that's it. Perfect. Knicks win.
Good. Damn, Kev's not happy. Still. Even though you guys won, that's still close.
He's a Knicks fan.
That's still close, brother. Salute to everybody in the chat.
Salute.
We appreciate you guys so much. The Steelers are coming up right here soon. And we can't wait. The Cincinnati Bengals pick is officially in. After this pick, Chef, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Dude, why are they reviewing for time left?
Are they really? Is that why Kev's going off right now?
Yes.
Joey, if there's any God, the Steelers pick Will Howard, dude. Joey, I want it. I want it. Trust me, but they're going with Shador. Oh, yep, another pass rusher with the
Dude,
17th pick in the 2025 NFL draft.
Dude, I do not think the Steelers are getting a quarterback.
The
Brother.
Cincinnati Bengals select Shamir Stewart, pass rusher, defensive end from Texas A&M. You don't think the Steelers are getting a quarterback?
I don't think so, man.
All right, chat. PGHChris. We'll be back in about a minute, 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Chef Dan is here. We thank you guys so much. I'll be right back, boys.
Absolutely. As looking at the board now, certain teams are getting offensive positions of need here and there. Yeah, but for the most part, man, I do not think the Steelers, if they like, I don't think between Shador and where he's at and some of these cornerbacks and where they're at in their position, I don't think you're getting a quarterback. I think the board is letting you know that the league in and of itself is letting these quarterbacks know you're falling to day 2. Quite interesting, but hey, there's gonna and this is the point. This is gonna be a point where the league starts to self-correct itself with some of these monstrous contracts that these quarterbacks are getting. Yeah, like even if you hit free agents, like you can hit you can get that second contract and certain numbers are hit. Yeah, but for that first year, if I can get you as cheap as possible, I'm going to. I think that's what the league is saying. All around.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gotta self-correct itself at some point.
The Seattle Seahawks are now on the board. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. As I am back. Sponsored by Verizon. Yeah, I don't like Verizon.
Finally, the game's over.
I was stressful for Knicks fans. Just by the score. And they were in Detroit today, right?
Yep. That's why I accept it. First away game, you win by 2. You're not supposed to win it big. Especially if you left your home game, if you left the home games 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is like game 4 is really like, and I knew this too. I said if Detroit was able to take one from the Knicks, then game 4 is the pivotal game. Because if they mentally fall apart, then the Knicks have got them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Knicks will be fine, dude. Like, no matter what. Buddy's a Knicks fan. I told him it's going to be close one, dude. Like,
yeah.
The Knicks, the Pistons are good. Cade Cunningham is playing the best basketball of his career.
There's not that much bad teams in the league anymore.
Yeah. Everybody still thinks the Boston Celtics are unbeatable.
Nah.
That's all everybody talks about. How nobody can beat the Boston Celtics.
Nah.
If you watch First Take, the headline is, which team can beat the Boston Celtics?
Yeah. But I mean, of course, because that's the easy topic for them because they're last year's champion. Rightfully so,
I agree.
in that respect. But in the same note, it's like, dude, nah.
I agree.
Seattle Seahawks pick is in.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, okay. Seahawks select. Okay, okay, guard from North Dakota State. They could use a guard. They just got, Cooper Kupp for their offense. Damn. Okay. That's not bad.
Gentlemen, what's up?
Sanders is still. Oh, what's oh, dude, you scared?
I got my room. I just got my room temperature water. I wanted to jump on here and say what up, man.
What up, brother? What up, chat, everybody? We got Kev in the building, host, founder of Sports Jedi Network, joining us for the drive. Hey, congratulations on your Knicks, brother.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That was a close one.
Referees try to give us the old bamboozle, like Paul Heyman. It did to Roman Reigns with a little extra twist. I was like, ooh. So what's up? What's going on with the drive? Your Steelers are coming up soon, man.
Yes, sir. As we got 1.3 people, 1,300 people in the chat, we appreciate it. As the Steelers are coming on, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are officially on the board with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left, and then followed by the Broncos and the Steelers.
Your Steelers are gonna get Sanders.
I'm not. Oh man, me and Joey Taylor, we've been kind of talking this whole time. Celtics will be champions again. See, that's a tough one because we were talking a little bit of basketball in between the picks. You know how they take forever to freaking make picks. So me and Chef were talking a little bit of basketball here. But shout out to Joey. We've been having some great conversations. Potentially Will Howard Joey going to the Steelers. All that good stuff. Alex, we appreciate. My dad loves the NFL and he loves the Giants. Oh, okay, Chef, Kev, we got another Giants. We got 2 Giants fans here. We appreciate you joining, Alex. Salute. Thank you.
All right, Alex.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous with Shador. Very. But I maybe there's all these talks of Jackson Dart. I really wanted Emeka Egbuka, the receiver from Ohio State. I mean, there's a lot of surprises in this draft. I mean, Tyler Warren did not go as high as I thought you would. Tight end from what's it called? Penn State. Will Johnson, cornerback from.
Is he still available?
No, he got picked from the Colts.
Ooh, nice pick. Nice pick.
That is a pick. The Dolphins, I thought they had it. They got a defensive. Me and Chef talked about it. This draft has been consistent, defensive or pass rushers, defensive linemen, defensive end.
I'm trying to, all right. I understand the prevailing conversation is quarterback, rightfully so. Here's the issue though. If you're looking at the draft and what's being picked, they're telling you, the teams are telling you, they don't value Shador or Jackson Dart to be first round talent right now. It's more important that you either get a defensive end or an offensive lineman. It was just Cam Ward and that's it. You've gotten a sprinkle of a tight end here and there, but this is what I'm saying. Like you're thinking that Shador drops to Steelers in 21. Dude, this 20s to 30s, this is the prime numbers for you to get some cornerbacks that are going to pop in the first 2 years. These are the numbers for the cornerback. So I'm not seeing a quarterback being picked here. The board is telling me they want defensive players.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's
you,
what
Dennis.
The board's. Yeah. Appreciate it, Dennis. But like I agree. And like I said in the earlier when I first started at 7:45, there's just not that many. There's no quarterback. This isn't a quarterback, and I said it from the beginning. I was really surprised though. Tony Khan in the Jacksonville Jaguars trade up and get Travis Hunter. I was just joking, obviously saying AEW, but that is a
You know what?
shocker.
You know what Tony Khan really wants a Travis in his staple. He want,
We're
he
gonna see
sold
Travis
the
Hunter
WrestleMania.
ringside in AEW now.
Yeah, but he really wanted Travis Scott, but he says he'll settle for another Travis. He wants to him. He says, "Come outside."
And ladies and gentlemen, the Buccaneers pick is officially in. Here we go.
Who they pick?
My neighbor, my best friend's a Buccaneer, not best friend from high school, and my neighbor, he's a Buccaneers fan, so I might look out his window, see what he's up to. I might text him and say what's up, how he feels about it. But he's trying to draft, but
So this is pick number 20, right?
pick number 19.
Yes,
Pick
sir.
number 19.
19.
Okay, pick number 19. I'm looking at the board right now. Other than Cam Ward, who is the quarterback, and Travis Hunter, who plays both sides of the ball, it's been
Correct.
4 offensive players.
Well,
Yeah,
are you going to include the alignment?
the tight end from
Well,
the tight end from
I
Michigan.
don't include the linemen on offense right now because they're more so defending the quarterback and they don't catch passes. So I'm not technically counting them.
Special teams.
No,
So you're talking
he's-
about skills position. Skill
You're
You're talking about
position.
skills
players.
position because that
position.
makes sense. That makes sense because Tyler Warren, the tight end from Michigan, got drafted before Tyler Warren, which in my opinion was pure BS. And then you had Travis Hunter, and then you had holy hell. Then you had the McMillan from Arizona. In my opinion, the last time the draft had a fantastic quarterback was 2010-11. They had some really good quarterbacks during that. Yeah. The draft class for quarterbacks, they were decent, I would say. Like with Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, that was a decent draft class. Like the Joe Burrow draft class was decent. You don't think so?
I do not think so.
I don't think Justin Fields. Because Justin Fields hasn't reached his potential.
I don't think so.
You don't think so,
dude? I think Trevor Lawrence knocked down the value of that quarterback class a whole lot.
Oh, okay. Oh! The Buccaneers just selected a Mecca Ibuka wide receiver from Ohio State. Yes, congratulations. No way. He was supposed to be a Steeler. No. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That should be
If
good
you wanted
news.
him,
That should be good news for you. Because then that lets you know that they're not trading what you call it? Pickens.
Pickens isn't going anywhere.
He's not.
And you got no quarterback. If you would have got a Buka, who the hell are you going to throw it to?
Kirk Cousins.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
You know what's funny?
I still think there's hope for Aaron Rodgers, man.
Chris,
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if this was the year that the Steelers decided for everything to just go bad.
I wouldn't be surprised either, dude.
Don't be surprised because they could justify not bringing Tomlin back next year. Next, they got a good draft. You got at some point, I'm sorry Arch
to
Manning.
say, I know there's some teams they tend to be virtually good a lot, and so they stay out of the high end of the draft. But even then, dude, at some point, you've got to get a high end draft pick and hit on it.
Tampa Bay Bucks have a 3-headed monster at wide receiver: Chris Evans, Godwin, and Ibuka.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They might trade one.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
I'm literally texting my neighbor who's a Buccaneers fan. I literally said Emeka, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. Wow.
Baker Mayfield got some weapons. This is the year that he fucking turns into a pumpkin.
Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations, Emeka Ibuka. I've been watching this guy at Ohio State his entire career. I'm so happy. Leads the school in reception, second in receiving yards. Congratulations, Emeka Ibuka. I really wanted him to be a Pittsburgh Steeler if Aaron Rodgers was a Steeler. That's the guy I wanted because we would have had the trio of DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Emeka. But damn, the Bucks are gonna be good. Wow. And they already had, and they already kind of made a run without Chris Godwin because he got hurt in that stupid play calling, by the way. Chris Godwin should have never gotten hurt. That coach should be fired.
Todd Bowles.
Yes, he should be fired like he was, I think.
All right. So who's on the clock?
The Broncos.
By the way, I gotta say, you guys are killing it, man. Amazing video, amazing job.
Appreciate it, brother.
That's right.
Peaked at 1.3. Thank you, everybody in the chat that's still here.
Yeah, because as the rounds later and it gets later in the evening, teams already got their picks in.
Damn, I thought the Eagles were gonna get it. I'm just curious to see, what running backs, and we got Sean Genty, but there's still Travion Henderson. There's still Quashawn Jenkins. There's still some good running backs on the board. So it's going to be an interesting. Even after the Steelers get their pick here next round, I think it's going to be interesting. Rest of the draft. Again, we're only doing the first 32, so we appreciate it. I don't even think I'm going to watch round 2 tomorrow. I'm probably getting notified.
No, me too. Because we got SmackDown, brother. It's the post WrestleMania SmackDown. I kind of want to see, but I am going to be intrigued the first few picks to see, second round if Sanders go to the second round, because it goes back to the teams that need quarterback. We know Tennessee's not going to be there. Will somebody trade for Tennessee to go get Sanders, move up? Or you still got the Giants could still end up with Sanders. And then what have your cake and eat it too, because there is even if Jackson Dart or Sanders, they might have a choice of those two quarterbacks if they really wanted to go that route. Because what we heard about is Dable and Shane are quarterback whisperers. But if those quarterbacks are there, it helps them. They end up with a pass rusher and a quarterback. They get the best of both worlds. If no one picks them, because I'm looking at some of these teams coming up. Let me see who needs a quarterback here. Herbert is fine there. Green Bay is okay with Love. Minnesota, Minnesota is okay.
Are fine. The Ravens are fine. So none of these teams.
The Rams. The Rams. I can see the Rams.
Again, the second round is interesting to me with quarterbacks because you have Will Howard, national champion.
Hold on, let me pull this.
You have Riley Leonard.
No disrespect. Hold on a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. For the first round here, let's look at the. All right. So we know the Broncos ain't going with a quarterback. Pittsburgh is one team that might go quarterback.
Yes.
That would, let's say for argument's sake, they don't go for quarterback here. Do the Lions want to take a quarterback and sit for a year where they could have
Minnesota?
And
what about Minnesota because they
still got that other kid from last year.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah, but we still haven't seen him play an NFL snap.
You're right, but I don't know if they'll do it. I don't think that'll be a sexy. I don't think they'll get another quarterback. We know he's not going to Washington. He's not going to Buffalo. Mahomes is settled. Could the Eagles be a disruptor? Could the Eagles be a disruptor?
They got rid of their second string. They got rid of Kenny.
That might be a disruptor. They might be a disruptor. So Pittsburgh.
I thought
the only one. Go ahead.
I thought originally I didn't think Emeka Ibuka was going to get drafted first round. I thought the Eagles were going to snatch him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Broncos pick is officially in.
Let's go. What would they pick?
Goodell.
I used to have the chime
sometimes before.
I had the chime, the because we've done this before. I don't know where. Thank you, Time D.
Yeah, appreciate it, Time D. Thank you. All right, here we go. Come on, kid.
Natty, thank you, Natty.
Yes. Thank you, Natty. Ooh, Jaheed Barron from cornerback from Texas is selected with the 20th overall pick from the Denver Broncos. So, wow. Okay. So he gets drafted before Will Johnson, who was the projected number 1 CB cornerback that was projected to get drafted from Michigan. Really good lockdown. Maybe his, he didn't really play the last couple of games, missed the Ohio State game with, maybe that hurt his stock. Maybe he didn't have a good pro day but I think he missed a couple games at the end there. So I don't know if that hurt his stock because he's pretty good. That's interesting. All right, the moment I've been waiting for. My blood pressure. My
thank you, Anna. Molti grazie. Molti bravo. All right, gun to your. I'll put you on the spot. Where do you go? Where do they go? Where do they go? Where do they go? What position?
Realistically, I think they're gonna pick Shador. If they don't pick Shador, oof, better be getting the quarterback. Better be getting Rodgers or something. I don't even want Rodgers, but
I see them picking Will what's his name from Michigan.
Who? Appreciate it, Muhammad.
What's his name? The cornerback.
Oh, Will Johnson.
Will Johnson.
I wouldn't mind that.
Or they go into the defensive line. I wouldn't
mind getting Will Johnson. We just got rid of Deontay. You know what? We just got rid of Deontay Jackson.
It took till 20 picks until the next cornerback was taken, and it's not Will Johnson or Maxwell Harrison, who all scouts have raved about. That means there's still a lot of talent left.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Do you see anyone coming in back?
Joey, that's who I want. I want them to take Jalen Milroe. I've said that if go back and watch the first 15 minutes of the stream, and I said I would not be surprised and I would be happy with us taking Jalen Milroe. He has not been anywhere seen, just like Emeka, anything. With Emeka getting drafted, now I have some hope. Now I have some hope that wild cards could happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The Steelers pick is in.
Oh.
The Steelers pick is in.
I know.
I'm getting blown the fuck up right now. Holy hell. Hold up. Pause.
Schefter's taking a long time to announce it.
I know it. I won't announce it though.
Yeah, this guy likes to go on Twitter and read the picks before.
Crucify me, baby.
Jackson, oh my God, get Jalen Milroe. Oh my God, I'm not ready.
Is that Jackson Dart camera? Oh yeah, get your hat ready, pal.
I'm sick of Mel. His mock drafts suck. Get him off TV.
Most of these guys, they're all mock draft. Never goes by it, and yet they're there year after year. Mel Kiper never gets a draft.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, damn. You're going to mock her out.
How'd you read the board?
Are you fucking serious? Excuse me, bro. my God! Are you serious?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Because then I'm gonna have my
Vent.
piece.
Vent, baby.
You've got to be fucking stupid. Why would you not
Ladies
get
and
a
gentlemen,
quarterback?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why would
with
you
the
not get a
21st
quarterback?
pick-
Jackson Dart's right there. Jalen Milroe's right there.
With the 21st pick,
Oh my
the
God.
Pittsburgh Steelers have selected Oregon defensive
That's
tackle
horrible.
Derek Harmon.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Come on. All right, now I get my piece. Read the board. I understand some people are upset, but read the board. Like, I'm not upset right now because it's screaming it, Kev. Kev, I know you were upset at the offensive tackle pick that the Jets made, but what is the league telling you?
Sorry, my dad is also downstairs not happy as well, and I heard him screaming too. What the F are you doing? And I had to go downstairs. Joey, are you kidding me? The Steelers are going to stick with Mason Rudolph. Dude, this
The
is
red-nosed reindeer.
Again, excuse my language.
Throws a lot of
everybody.
interception.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I've been screaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. No. Don't be happy cheering all that shit. No. This is a waste of a freaking pick. Waste of a pick. We don't need any more defensive linemen. We have Alex Highsmith, who rushes from the edge. We have TJ. We have Cam Hayward. What the fuck do we need another defensive lineman for? We're not thinking ahead. We're thinking of now. We're thinking of this season. We aren't thinking of 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons from now. This is bullshit, Omar. And I thought you were the best con out there. You're worse than Tony. What are you doing, Omar Khan? What the hell, man? Oh my!
They want to put pressure on.
Go ahead. The floor.
I'm trying to talk you off the. I'm gonna try to talk you off the ledge a little, Chris. Maybe they feel like they want to put pressure with the alignment because you got quarterbacks like Joe Burrow. You got quarterback like Lamar Jackson, who's mobile.
Lamar and Joe Burrow 2 times a fucking year.
And they want the defensive linemen, the pressure to get those guys and disrupt them.
That makes me feel a little better.
I told you I was going to try to talk you off the ledge.
That makes me feel a little better, but still, oh my God, we need.
This is the second thing too that we also have to also realize that when they make these picks, ultimately, right? What they're seeing is this guy is more valuable at his position in what he does versus any other quarterback that's still on the board in what they do for their position. Like
I'm not saying.
I'm sorry. Like you can draft an above average defensive tackle in the first round and get away with it, but you cannot get away with drafting an average quarterback in the first round.
Yeah,
it's so the position is so boom or bust. I can understand why all these teams are telling us, dude, after Cam Ward, no one else is going unless you're willing to trade up.
We drafted Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, last year 2 years ago from Georgia, and in the first round. That was our first round pick, and he is awful. He is immature. We drafted. We've had and our offensive line draft. We haven't had success. I will say this: we've had a little bit of success with drafting defensive players. We got Nick Herbig, a steal. Obviously, we drafted TJ. Obviously, we got Hayward, Highsmith. So I could have confidence. It's just I don't want to go to the season with Mason Rudolph as our quarterback. I at this point I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know who's going to be throwing us the ball. I just don't. Aaron Rodgers is still all there. Kirk Cousins. I don't know who would be throwing us the ball.
I'm gonna tell you this, and it goes for your team, it goes for my team, it goes for the Giants and the Jets. You could find a quarterback in the third round, second round, third round, fourth round. Look, how many times Dak Prescott? If we all know the great, Park Purdy, Tom Brady. The list is on and on and on. One thing I gotta say, out of all our three teams that we like and are in favor, I trust more your scouting department than mine's, and maybe a little even more to the Giants, to find that quarterback, to find that diamond in the rough in the later rounds at QB. So I trust the Steelers more, and I'm not even a Steeler fan. So they're going away is because they see something on, and the money and the risk isn't high for them to go get it.
Absolutely, but the issue though is that for the Steelers,
we have a third. Our next pick is the third round, 83rd.
So
I don't know if Milrow will be available by then. I don't know if Dart will be available by then. I sure as hell know.
You could make some moves. You could make some trades. You could make some trades to get, but they're not going to cost too much. You're not mortgaging your whole trading. Mm-hmm.
And I have a fear that there's rumors speculating that George Pickens could be a part of that trade. And that's what I'm speculating about when it comes to trading for a high second round pick. That there's rumors that if that's going to happen, that we're going to get George Pickens. Go ahead, Chef. Or we're going to have to get rid of George Pickens.
Here's the other larger issue with that.
As the Chargers are on the board.
A lot of times when you end up trading up, those picks that you trade away tend to have way more value than the pick you're trading for, as far as like the player, the type of player you can get at the value that you can get. That's why sometimes trading up isn't worth it. It's like if you lose out, sometimes just losing out is just the best thing to do, is just lose out.
Wow. Oh, wait, I really want to hear Mel Kepler. He's screaming right now.
Yeah.
Hold up. I want to mute my mic.
You know what they say? You said it really loud. You said it on the air. You said it on the radio. Oh.
Dude, I might Fridays I usually like to sleep in a little bit. I might have to wake up at 8 o'clock on the dot to watch Get Up First Take straight. Even though I don't miss First Take, but
oh man, I gotta go back to Jersey tomorrow.
Ooh.
Feels good to be streaming football. A lot of wrestling going on.
You know when I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. This is hilariousness. You know when I know someone's really trying to tank for Arch? Whoever trades for Will Levis. You know, Chris, whoever trades for Will Levis is trying to tank for Arch, because it's like, dude, you just got the Titans the number 1 overall pick.
That's so disrespectful.
What can you do for me?
That's so disrespectful. You basically, teams are going to sign Will Levis to get them the number 1 overall pick in the draft. We appreciate it, Kane. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Joey, I wish Big Ben was in this draft. Yeah, Big Ben. Oh, I miss that guy, but unfortunately he's past his time. He is past his time. The Chargers pick is officially in.
Who they pick?
They're announcing it soon. They're just kind of I don't have the sound on, but it looks like Kepler and Greeny are just going off about like Sanders not being drafted. I guess that's what it sounds like to me. Or like the lack of quarterbacks. I'm like, dude, this quarterback draft class isn't that freaking great. Like, I've said this in the beginning of the stream. Like, when you look at Jackson Dart, he's beaten great defenses like Georgia. Half of freaking Georgia's defense just got drafted, and they get drafted. And Jackson Dart beat them. There's some things he can improve with his drop back steps. He doesn't really read pass rushers well when he doesn't know when to scram. There's stuff that could be fixed, but the competition he's played was better, and he's done better, in my opinion. With with Shedeur playing in the Big 12, the best team I think the best team he's faced was Arizona, and the best team in that conference was Arizona State, and they didn't even play him. So and they didn't even they were awful. They didn't.
You know what my issue is when you say that?
Amarian Hampton, running back, North Carolina, has been drafted to the Los Angeles Chargers. That was another guy that I kept. Sorry, Chef, real quick. That was another guy that I kept on my notes on my radar for, kind of guys to watch out. Because I'm not surprised that he's picked up by LA because we've seen them, with J.K. Dobbins. Now they have Najee. The Chargers, especially under Jim Harbaugh, they're a run-heavy offense. So I'm not surprised that they're going with another running back to align. They're going to try to steal a little bit of the Steelers, right, with two running backs, how we had Jalen and Najee. They're going to do this with Najee starting, and they're going to have him as, the Jalen Warren role. He's the thing about him, too, is the thing that was struggled about Najee and that Jalen benefited was we could throw Jalen out for passes, and, he was a better catchable receiver or a running back. So I think they could use him for that position. So this is a good pickup for the Chargers. Pretty good pickup for the Chargers. I like it. And he runs. He's a little small dude. He's smaller, but once he sees an outside, he sees the outside open. Your receivers. So if you're a receiver blocking for this kid, what I recommend you do is you really need to get his outside shoulder and push him in, because once this kid sees the out, and I'm looking at his highlights and I'm seeing it right now, his receivers will jam his corners inside from the outside shoulder in, and as he'll see an out, and he'll just freaking attack, and he'll get at least 7 yards. So I love that pickup. I love that pickup for the Chargers. Thank God we don't play him, I don't think. Oh, no, we do. We play him in LA. Shit.
If you do, that's good, though, in a way for you, because even if whoever arena, it might help you guys.
Yeah. The Packers should get that wide receiver from Texas, Jordan. Yeah, I know exactly. I know who you're talking about. I don't think he's projected. Oh, fuck. What crap? What's his name? I know you're talking about. That was Quinn Ewers' main target. Hold up. I want to see if I can find his name. Yes, Matthew Goldwyn. That's who you're talking about. Yeah, I have. Yep. Matthew. He was Quinn Ewers' one of his big targets. I wouldn't be surprised. Green Bay's on the board right now with 5 minutes. The crowd's going crazy because they're in Green Bay. I will mention this again. They are in Pittsburgh next year, so I will be there. Me and my girl talked about it today. I announced it. I will be at the draft next year. Hey, Michael, appreciate you being in the chat. This one's for you, Kev. Good win for the Knicks. Great win for the Knicks.
Michael.
Absolutely. Green Bay's going crazy as they still got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the board. 23rd pick. Draft is almost over in the first round. Ugh. Sometimes I hate
now.
Yep.
Now, a little bit off subject. I know we're talking football, bro.
Yeah, no, go ahead. We're still, dude. You know how long these draft picks take sometimes, and I'm hoping to end stream before 11:30.
So we heard that Bully Ray didn't show up all week because he was sick. He called it an illness from his sausage party in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he said it in the yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was funny, and he posted the picture too, like of him and like his like advertisement at the Palms.
Yeah, he said he lost his voice. He lost his voice. He had allergies and he was all stuffed up. He was yeah. He said his throat was bothering him. He said his throat was bothering him because he had all that pubic hair down his throat.
You see LaGreca going off on The Rock after The Rock responded. My tweet blew up but I tweeted, I was like, dude, you're the same guy that did it. Got like 10. I looked at it in like 20 minutes and like 10, like 5K, like all these retweets. I was like, holy shit, people are coming at me like that. I was like, dude, am I wrong? Like, this guy got the main event changed last year, and he has the nerve to come at us and go on his podcast and call fans hypocrites.
Yeah, assholes and all that. He said he cursed at us.
Yeah, like we did.
But you saw the Rock. The Rock responded with
yeah.
I think that was supposed to go to his DMs, and I think Rock by mistake put it in the comment post.
You think?
I don't think so.
Wouldn't have surprised me. No.
And
okay.
Dave was like, and Dave was because he was like, I
it hurts me
because like you're calling the business fake, this and that. I was like, yeah. I listened to it when I was at the gym earlier.
It's just keep getting more and more messy. That's why that's why Vince was in control, and people call him a dictator. But you didn't do that social media nonsense. You didn't have Twitch. You didn't do too much. You had an account, but you didn't because he was protecting it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. As the Green Bay Packers still on the clock, 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
Eagles trying to trade up to the Packers spot.
No, shut up.
Damn it.
They want
no.
WrestleMania. Thank God was
bro. This is why read the board.
Damn, Michael, I can't believe it. Yeah, sorry, Chef.
Michael, WrestleMania was horrible. Thank God I didn't watch. Ooh, Michael says WrestleMania was horrible.
Michael's one of those that he's one of those parrots. People say something and he'll repeat it, and he doesn't change his thought process. He does it with the Yankees. He does it with the Knicks. He does it with all sports. If you say this sucks, he copy and paste and repeats it like a parrot. So I'm not gonna go there. The finish sucked for WrestleMania 2, but not the rest. I was entertained. The finish sucked for night 2. That's why I tell you guys watch it. Chef, I'm sorry, Chef.
The Packers pick is officially in.
Eagles trade up, bro. They should not. The Packers should not be trading with the Eagles for anything.
Dude, the Eagles
Maybe
are
they
really
want something.
The Eagles GM knows what he's doing.
Good.
Yeah, he's a smart general manager.
They didn't trade. They made the pick.
Probably Roseman.
Roseman's a rat.
Well, failed. That is a failed product when it's just sold for $9 billion.
That's why I didn't put that up on the screen.
Thank you.
I'm trying to
get all right, the nine.
Too. If we just sold for like how many billions of dollars the WWE did, I'm trying to get a failed product too.
The channel's for sale. Give me $9 billion.
Yeah, it's a failed product.
It's a failing product, right? Yeah.
I want to know how the Yankees are a failing product when they went to the World Series last year.
Hey, yo. Kev, did you see the Pistons playoff shirts?
Yeah. Work. Put
Here
in the
comes
work.
Goodell. He's gonna announce he's gonna give a whole speech.
Kev, that's not. I will send it to you.
Which one is it then?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, we love they do. Speaking of, so this bully.
Say it.
We love the D. We love the D. No, but I didn't see that. It says we love the work. That's a fan made up one. We love the work. Because trust me, if it was we love the D, I would have been all over the stream with the goofball with my hijinks and all the I would have been all over that, laughing and goofing with that on my stream.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select
cornerback.
If I think he's gonna
Michigan.
Yeah, I think I think that's who they should get. But I wouldn't be surprised if they got that wide receiver from Texas as well. You could give somebody for Jalen or Jordan Love to throw the ball. Is this guy gonna fucking make the announcement?
Nah.
Like, oh my
He's waiting
god.
He's waiting for opening kickoff, the coin toss.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I just said all that for nothing. I thought he was gonna announce the pick right there. Oh my god. Roger, time to wrap it up. Hey! Yes, Joey. Joey, you called it in the chat, Joey Taylor. The Green Bay Packers select wide receiver Matthew Golden from Texas. Quinn Ewers is #1 receiver. Yes, that was a good eye,
pick.
Joey Taylor. That was a good eye. That is, yes, Jordan Love would have somebody. Yes, good eye, Joey Taylor in the chat.
Dude. Chris.
What?
It's not, it's like quarterbacks is funny enough. Todd McShay, when he was discussing about the quarterbacks, he was like, I would comfortably bet more so that one quarterback gets taken in the first round more than 2 or 3. I would
so far that's why he's one of the greatest coaches in the game right now, because he's 100%
McShay,
right.
Now Todd McShay is a great pundit, brother. Like he man.
Oh wait, I thought you said Sean McVay.
No, Todd McShay.
Todd McShay. Okay, yeah. I heard wrong. Yeah.
Like that, like I'm not surprised.
That's a good pickup for Green Bay. I wish the Steelers would have gotten him if we had a stable quarterback. Man, who knows? We probably wouldn't have got him anyway. As the Vikings pick is already in, thank God. The Vikings pick is already in, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Chris, what's wrong with you? You got to know your team by now. If there's anything I trust for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is 3rd, 4th, and 5th round that they find a wide receiver.
I know. That's what we did with Pickens. That's what we did with Roman.
On, baby. You gotta know better than that. You have to worry about that. That's like what is it? That's like being a Baltimore Ravens fan and worrying about them drafting for defense. What?
No, I'm not. I understand. Like, we got George Pickens in the 2nd round last year. We got Freiermuth in like the 3rd round. Like, we get our skill players in late rounds. I'm not arguing.
Was it
like to draft?
A 5th round pick?
Huh?
Was it AB a 5th round pick?
I believe
Antonio Brown.
I believe so. 4th or 5th.
He was a 5th round pick. Juju was a 3rd round pick, I believe. Plexico Burris was a 3rd round pick. Historically, I have never.
No, I agree. I
have never ever needed to go top of the draft to get a wide receiver.
I agree.
Like, that's the one thing.
Maybe I'm just shooting shit because I'm hearing a lot.
That's why I told you. That's why I told you, out of all our teams, I trust your scouting department over any of our 2 teams, because you guys seem to scout better.
In the division that you guys are in, I've always said this to Kev, and now that you're here, I can say, like, that AFC division that you guys are in is my favorite division. You guys get it. It's like y'all all hold this thing. Like, each one of those teams, with the exception of maybe Cincinnati, from time to time, gets like, it seems like y'all have this understand. Oh, the Browns, really the Browns, but it, like, more so like y'all have an understanding. It's like, yo, respectful in how we approach each other, because we coming to take each other's heads off. So it's nothing more, nothing less. And then y'all take that same energy out to the rest of the league. I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, I gotta sit through it. I gotta, because I like, I don't know. Right now, again, the quarterback situation, I guess I'm a little stressed out with the quarterback. I've never felt this way about Steelers football. I'm going to lie, Chef. Like, I don't know what the team's going right now. Like, this is the first time in probably my whole time watching the Steelers. I've been covering it, social media wise for a year and a half. And I usually know this team. I mean, I was spot on with last year's Russell Wilson. I even had those tweets saved that I said that he's coming next week, and he came. The same thing with Justin. But again, the quarterback situation is kind of stressing me out. It's a little bit of the trade talks. Like I will be honest. Right now, it's a little bit. I don't know where things are going as of right now. I will be honest, but I have my speculations. Now, there's still time to get a quarterback. We still have free agents out there. Again, there's still earlier rounds where Jalen. Again, my only worry is that again, quarterbacks aren't great this year. We know, maybe hell, who knows, they won't even go in the second round. We have the third round 83rd pick, and that's the thing. So I hope we can get something. I think we will, because we're usually good, like you guys alluded to. We're pretty good with late round picks when it comes to skills players.
Chris, honestly, the biggest thing that this draft is also telling me is we all know it's a copycat league. Right now, I don't think a lot of GMs all right, I don't even irresponsibly want to say this statement. I think if you ask a GM, would they rather hit the quarterback early and build around them or have a situation like the 49ers had? I think majority of the GMs in the league are taking the 49ers situation where it's like have everything but the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of teams are right now. Because it's
breaking news. The Houston Texans just traded their pick, and the New York Giants are on the board for the 25th pick in the NFL draft.
Sanders. It's got to be Sanders. It's got to be Sanders, brother.
The New York Jets are on the board.
It might be Jackson.
The Jets are now on the board?
Yeah, the Giants. I apologize. The Giants. Too many New York teams. The New York Giants are on the board. They traded with Houston. Houston is not on the board. They had the 25th pick. The New York Giants are
Don't give me a heart attack now.
No, the New York Giants are now on the board with Donovan Jackson has been selected by the Minnesota Vikings guard from Ohio State, OHIO. Good job. But yes, this is a shocker. Breaking news from Adam Schefter, and it's happening right now. We're seeing footage of the Giants general manager and head coach make phone calls, and they're showing Deion Sanders.
All right, the Giants have traded their 34th pick in 2020, a 2025 third round pick, and a future third round pick to the Rams for 26. So that's what it took for them to get there.
To the Texans.
No, I said the Giants traded.
We either pick Will Howard, Sanders, or Jackson.
Traded to the Texans, not the Rams. The Texans.
The Texans.
Well, I'm getting okay. I got it wrong from ESPN then. The Texans traded the 25th pick in exchange for the but the ones that the picks the Giants are sending, they're sending their 34th pick to the Texans, the 2025 third round pick, and future third round pick to the Rams for the 24.
Okay,
pick 20.
That makes sense.
Maybe.
Oh, Jackson Dart's getting on the board. Still got 3 minutes left. Wow, what Jackson a shocker, Sharp. Giants. Guys, wow. This is a shocker.
So it's $34.99 and a third round 2026. There you go. Let's put it that way. Let's end that, so we don't have to go crazy on that one.
And the draft
this is gonna be interesting. Oh, by the way, Chris.
Yo.
That's our Jack Whitestone. Don't say.
Okay.
Remember how Jack Whitestone? Yeah, that's Jack Whitestone. That's the doppelganger of Jack Whitestone.
Got it.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's a good. I get that. Seems like it too.
Yeah.
Nadie cree eso, cabrón.
My friend, this is not my show. I'm a guest on. I'm a producer on. This is Chris's show, so I can't hijack the show, my friend. And she will never come on our program because even if I were to invite her, she would never show up.
Kev?
Yeah, I don't watch it, but he does. You know, instead of supporting the program on wrestling, he goes watches the competition. It's like, you know what? You have a restaurant. Yeah, I know you make burgers, but fuck your burgers. I'm gonna eat burgers elsewhere. I mean, that's what you're telling me. I'd rather watch Denise Salcedo do wrestling takes. You know, thank you. And you asked me to put on my show. Okay, thank you. Gee, thanks for the insult. I mean, I where do we find these people sometimes? All right, I'm all pins and needles waiting to find out.
I watched both WWE and AEW. Yes, me too. We do that here too. Joey. Yes, check out our wrestling stuff. Playback, YouTube. Everything's in the description on YouTube.
Yes. No, you can watch whatever you want. I mean, you can watch whatever you want, and it doesn't mean anything. But there's no. I mean, we like some love and support. Maybe one day she'll lift her shirts up for you to watch. That's all they wait for. They swear they all wait for that. They all wait for.
They're friends.
Maybe Sean Ross Sapp will come on. Maybe you could tell. Maybe you could tell Denise to tell Sean Ross Sapp to unblock me on X. When Sean Ross Sapp's unblock me, then I'll put her on my channel. Or JD from the Yak.
Dude, can this shit hurry up, man?
Oh boy, these little town blues.
This shit better hit like 11:30, 11:45. No way I'm staying up till midnight for this shit. And we got Good Morning Wrestling tomorrow morning with Samuel Lyons. Make sure to check that out.
Yes. Get your coffee, your tea, your room temperature water. I told him, I don't know if he got. I have to talk to him. We got a little frustrated or what. I told him not to play he was about to play the whole audio of the Rock's interview with Pat McAfee.
Oh, he played, dude. I was almost gonna. Yeah. Because
remember how we did it when we did the watch along for that. Yeah. So I tried to upload it on YouTube and they blocked it. They said, nope, you can't use it. Nope. I was like, oh. So then I was like, don't do it because they that's another strike. You don't want to, not a copyright strike, but a block. So yeah, he got frustrated. You could tell when I wrote it in the chat. He was like, what?
I didn't see it.
No freaking way.
Yeah.
With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants trade and they select Jackson Dart, Ole Miss quarterback. Woo, dude!
And this is what
I'm gonna let you guys take the floor here, my fellow Giants fans.
Right, in regard to analyzing this kid. You said, he had a great game against Georgia. The problem with a statement like that is the same type of statement that got Mitchell Trubisky a job in the league.
Rosalind, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jackson is good. I watch him. They broadcast Ole Miss games on my television. Look, he's good. He's a good kid. He's a good ball player. I've seen a lot of film on him.
That's not it's not the issue of being good or not. for all intents and purposes, all the scouts that I trust, that when they're watching this kid, he didn't do anything special on the tape. It was very, very much so routine in the sense of he took the reads that were given to him. But as soon as the defense complicated things a little bit, he's admitted this on John Gruden's quarterback tape. He lets emotions get the best of him, and he's not reading the field correctly. From that aspect, it's like, dude, I just, you're not special.
This is why I wanted Sanders over Dart right now, because Justin Sanders has been putting that pressure about being the son of Dion, all that spotlight, all that extra pressure, and the kid still developed. The kid went out there and still performed. He still played with all the expectation and all the media hype and all the slings and arrows. Perfect makeup for New York City, especially for the New York Giants. That's why I wanted Sanders over Dart. He has the makeup and the characteristics and the Hustafa to play in New York.
Dude, I'm tired of, he looks like Eli. He went to the same college as Eli. He trained under Eli's coach. Dude, you're not Eli.
Exactly.
Like for all this, dude, Eli's a special athlete, bro. Eli's a special dude.
I'm not blocked in Hector's channel. Who told you that? Unless if you told you that yourself, then that's something I know. That's something. So, Chef, if anything, isn't Shador more closer to Eli because he comes from a family of quarterbacks and pressure? You know, there's more characteristic in Shador than Dart. I mean, if anything.
Kev, my whole thing, regardless, is like, dude, people can say all they want about, like you said, Shador stayed in the spotlight. He went through multiple systems. Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest arm, but that accuracy is something that you don't come across that often.
Yeah. I think the Falcons traded back, didn't they? Chris?
Falcons came back.
Picked in. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of things about the Steelers. The Falcons pick is in, the 27th pick, Roger Goodell. Here we go.
So they traded back in. All right.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
They're gonna go for the cornerback from Michigan.
Yeah. No. Oh, this is another guy I had, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Falcons in the 27th pick select James Pierce Jr. He is a pass rusher from Tennessee. He's one of those guys that Ohio State has game planned for in the first round of the playoffs, where our offensive line was kind of weak going into that playoff series. And he was one of their best pass rushers, and he's a guy that we prepared for. And he can do solid damage for a defense. I think Atlanta's offense, looks pretty good with Michael Penix. They got Kyle Pitts. He hasn't really had a breakout year, but Drake London. They got some decent talent at the skills position. So there's them getting a pass rusher does not hurt him.
All right. Let me look at the media real quick. Overlay.
And the Buns Ravens are on the board. So we're at the 27th pick, ladies and gentlemen.
They're not getting Shador. It might go to Lions. Shador could be a Lion because how much they got Jared Goff. I mean, they could sit behind Goff a little bit. It's a dome stadium.
Yeah, he could. Oh, they're show. They see he didn't even get sacked on that. His offensive lineman tripped him. That was a bad highlight. But okay, he has
Right,
good open field tackle. This is the game against Georgia right here.
So that pick, the Giants is done. That goodbye Tommy Cutlets. He's gone. That's the third quarterback in the building. So I don't think the Jets will go for Shador. They I don't know what the fuck their head coach Aaron Glenn and I don't know what they're thinking. They got no offensive coordinator that I could think of that's gonna build anything.
Like, I could care less about if he can air out the ball. So what? Can you read a defense?
Could you read a defense and make the right and make the right decision, well, football wise? That's all I care about. Zach Wilson used to air out the ball. Where did that go to him?
Oh, God, you remember, dude? Yeah.
The Ravens are still on the board with 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Dude, this draft is taking forever. Holy hell.
Well, we knew they could stay late. I'm gonna probably stick for the one more pick and then I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I gotta.
I'm probably
gonna get this after this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I'm getting there soon.
Zach Wilson was a super bust, Joey, and I had to deal with it. Follow him back there.
Yeah,
he just couldn't make he couldn't even make the easy throws. He could throw the long ball, but he couldn't make the underneath. The simple check downs to a running back or find anyone in the flat. He was he was just bad. I don't know what it was, erratic. He had a hell of a running game and a good blocking. With Barrett Tucker and just the simple stuff. Great defense. If he just managed the game, they could have went into the postseason. And I'm not saying they were going to win the Super Bowl, but they probably would have been in the divisional round. But man, he was just not good.
Yeah. No, I agree. This is probably what I'm getting. So Ravens picks in. This would probably be my last round too. The next picks with Detroit, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City. I don't really think there's going to be any more trades.
I think there might be a trade.
You think?
I think they'll trade for one of these teams that don't have a quarterback. Like in the 30s, early second round, could sneak back in for Shador.
Yeah.
And let's look at that. Let's see who didn't pick up the Raiders. I can see the Raiders go and get Shador.
Yeah. I
can see the Raiders sneaking back in and getting a pick for Shador Sanders. I can see the Raiders or my Jets, but I don't think they will. But they need a quarterback. We're talking about teams that franchises that need a quarterback. The Browns, but I don't think the Browns. I don't know. I think Dion don't want him to go there.
Chris, it's about to get even tougher for you, brother.
Oh boy!
Damn it! I thought this was going to be my last round, but I guess it's not.
No, I'll
stick around. I'll stick around with
that's
you.
Not it. The Ravens pick. You want me to tell you who the pick is, or you just want to watch it?
I mean, they're on a freaking commercial break.
I can tell you.
Who is it?
Safety from Georgia, Malachi Starks. So now they have someone to pair up with Kyle Hamilton. It had to be a safety from Georgia, right?
As soon as you said safety from Georgia, I literally you didn't have to say anything else.
And then it's like to pair with Kyle Hamilton.
If there's three schools that have really good defensive backs, it's Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State.
Yeah.
And jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Unless if you're the Jets and you pick them, you become Dave Milner. Jesus Christ, he was a bust.
And you know who I thought would have better quarterbacks? LSU, but they don't.
Yeah, they're poor. That kid, man, he would have been a first round pick. The poor kid that died, Kyron
Lacey. Yeah,
he would have been a first. He probably would have. Him and McMillan would have been the first round pick.
I mean, he probably would have. Yeah, he probably would have beat out.
Well, Mecca was a first rounder, but he would have been a first round receiver, I think. I'm trying to see if there's any Steelers news, if I can get anything. There's a potential trade. because if there's nothing really going on. I mean, I don't know. The Ravens announced their pick, which Kev already alluded to earlier.
All right, so here's the rumors. The rumor is that Joe Shane was liking Shador Sanders and Dable was liking Dart. So Brian Dable's evaluation wins over, so he better be right.
That's that was what Todd McShay said a couple days ago. That the front office, Mara stayed out of this. The front office and the coaching staff were split because the assistant GM Brandon Brown, he was really doing extensive work on Shador and he really liked Shador, but Dable liked Jackson Dart. But see, now here's where my issue lies with Brian Dable. If you were really quote unquote focused on the season, what makes you think you've seen more tape of Jackson Dart than the front office has seen of Shador Sanders?
Right, because the Giants invested time going to Colorado to see him. Exactly. The scouting department, advanced scouting. This is where you have to. And then Mara decides out of all the most important time to stay out of it.
Dude, everyone wants to hype up the Georgia game for this kid, but it's like, okay, but show me something else.
The only thing what's the plus on Dart is that he's a part of the SEC. That's a much better conference.
Yep. I said that in the beginning. I said that when I first started going live at 7:45. I said that's what.
Who else was a good quarterback in the SEC?
Yeah, Tim Tebow.
To Mac Jones, all these busts.
Trevor Lawrence.
He was in the ACC.
Oh, he was the ACC. My fault. Yeah, he was in Clemson.
Tim Tebow. Oh, people love Tua. He's the next topic. He's the best thing in my. This is John Damarino.
The Lions pick is in.
Who they picking?
I have no idea. I don't even care if Chef tells the drafts at this point because I know he gets them early.
Biting kneecaps and
do you know wedgies. Do you know who Detroit selected?
Nah, I didn't get it yet.
No, because I don't care at this point. I'm
like after a certain number pick or if no news happens.
Yeah, because it's the 28th pick. There's 32 rounds. I don't. Detroit already has their pick. I mean, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Eagles. I don't.
Yeah, like I can see. These are the type of teams that might make a trade out because it keeps the salary. It keeps the salary on their teams down, especially when they're advanced so deep in the postseason. So it makes them benefit to move back and get some third round picks and some more picks because it won't cost their much money on their roster. So that's why you see some teams that are like in the 37 move up a couple just to get a top-notch player that can help their team currently for an upcoming season.
See, this is oh my gosh. And I just said this too. I'm gonna send you a tweet. Chris and JEDI. What PFF and a lot of these teams started doing, right, is throughout the years, based on players and where they were taken in the rounds and the picks or whatever, they started giving picks points. So when you trade for certain picks, when you trade up or trade down, they do a point system. The Giants picked up 1,369 points, while the Texans picked up 2,665 points. So the Texans won point-wise in the trade versus the Giants. And that's
because
why
of the value.
There you go.
The value of the trade.
In a game where you have to roster, 56?
56, 72, but 56 dress.
56 dress? Like you don't need all 56 to be stars, but you need, at least really good productive players, and you can get those in the later rounds. Looks like we're coming to the end of this, though.
Yeah, we're at the 28th pick.
We just want to make sure the last 2 picks get actually selected and not traded, because I still think that there might be some.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping it going a little bit, because I want to see if anything happens. If nothing happens really by like 11:30, chat, I might have to end it. I'm getting a little tired too, and I gotta wake up early.
The Lions are selecting Ohio State defensive tackle Tyleek Williams.
Okay, that's not a bad. Okay, that's not bad. I thought you were gonna say the Ohio State defensive end Jack Sawyer. Okay,
because he's from Ohio State. That's why it's not a bad pick, right?
I mean, I've watched him play more than a whole lot of these other defensive linemen. I've been watching a lot of film leading up to the draft, but yeah. So if nothing happens good here by 11:30, chat, probably gonna say goodnight. But we appreciate it, Kev. I appreciate for producing everything. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chef. Appreciate
you guys are killing it. You guys did a good job.
Peaked at around 1300 tonight, so really good night for the draft. I'm proud.
What does Deion Sanders feel right now?
His ego's probably just like The Rock. His ego's down.
Hurts a little. Yeah. No, it hurts a little, absolutely. But at the end of the day, if he still hears his son's name get, called regardless in what round, that's, hey, son, now the work just begins. Because at the end of the day, Shedeur still has to have a career and life of his own.
Listen, 2 famous names that got picked in day 2, second round. And you could say both kind of Hall of Fame careers. Although one didn't make the Hall of Fame, but you could say on the cups. One is Aaron Rodgers and Boomer Esiason. Both of them dropped out of the first round. And look how their careers. If you're telling me if Shedeur has one of those, either one, even if he has a Boomer Esiason career, I think everybody will say, damn, that's a good one. I'll sign me up.
Yep.
Does he still do journalism, like sports media? Is he with Fox or CBS?
No, he's with WFAN New York.
Okay, I thought it was with CBS or some shit.
No, they got rid of him, and they decided to put JJ Watt and Matt Ryan, who's the House of Energy.
That's who they got. That's who he got. Oh, I didn't realize.
Him and Phil Simms. They got rid of Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason to put those 2 jerks on the
realize that.
Yeah. Wow. And they're boring. I don't watch the pregame anyway no more. But yeah, those guys are.
Damn, ESPN predicted that Shedeur Sanders, there would be a 3% chance he'd be available at the 28th overall pick.
Because he had a lot of hype. They were told he was going to be 3rd, 4th, 2nd in the draft, and nothing. Something must have happened. They must have something with his behavior or his entourage.
Well, I heard something about a GM. I saw it on Peter Schrager. He talked about it, the new guy from ESPN. He was like, he talked with a couple of GMs, and they said like Shedeur walked in, he was like very arrogant and cocky, and like one GM said, he said anonymous, but he was one of the worst interviews I've ever had. So I don't know what happened with that.
I thought Jerry was going to come rescue him.
No.
I want me some glory hole. How about them Cowboys?
So the Washington Commanders are in. I think they might get a pick. I'm just waiting for these teams to get locked in picks.
Commanders probably go with that. Probably finally, I've been saying the Michigan cornerback, but maybe not. Probably go with another. They probably go get some type of lineman or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's very it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. These 3 teams don't really need much.
Well, Washington, just think about their division. They have the Eagles, who run the football, defending champions. Cowboys
could be decent. Like,
they got a new head coach, so we don't know what the identity is yet. So we don't know what. The Giants also, they got some quarterbacks that they might go quarterbacks. They might go with again. some defense, secondary defense, just because of the division that they're in.
No trade. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Commander's pick is officially in, so I'll probably stay on until we'll 11:30. I'll give it to 11:30. 10 more minutes. But it's been a good night. It's been a good draft night.
It's been a crazy one because
it's been a crazy one. It's like we said, it's very unpredictable. There's no teams besides Cam Ward. Like I said, there's Titans that were like, we know who we're getting. There's none of that. I mean, we saw a trade happen right away. The Browns were willing to give up their number 2 overall pick to drop down to number 5. So
yeah, that was good though. 5-2. That's not bad. I mean, for Jacksonville.
No, that's not bad. That's good.
I wonder if they're going to play him defensively or he's going to be a weapon for Shrek.
Both.
For what you call?
I think he should be both, dude.
I think that's the one organization that could tolerate it. It's him.
Yes, and I was just about to say, if there's the one team that's beneficial for both sides, it's the Jaguars because they suck.
Or they're stupid. They're stupid enough to make him play both, and then when he gets hurt or doesn't work out, they're already the laughing stock. So they're just gonna add more to their clown show.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Oh, Buffalo Bills are on the clock. Oh my God, Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
Army. Oh.
Okay, so the Commanders had their pick already, right?
What was it?
The pick is still. They haven't announced it yet.
Damn, but Buffalo's tweeting out they're on the clock already.
Oregon offensive tackle Josh Connolly Jr. That's who the Commanders.
Okay, so it looks like they should wrap this shit up by 11:30 anyway. Because so if Buffalo have their pick lined in, then I don't know. I don't see why Kansas City and Philly would not just keep theirs. Damn, the only shit I kind of wish I was at the Pat McAfee stream, but now Peter Schrager just said on Aaron Rodgers or Pat McAfee show because he's doing the Pat McAfee show cover reacting, and he said that the Steelers not picking a quarterback tonight just proves that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Steeler.
There you go. They got to hash it out.
I don't know. That interview he did on Pat McAfee gave me the Rock vibes. I guess people just going Pat McAfee to say a bunch of nothing. Yeah, peace out, Chef. I'm going to end this shit soon anyway. So have a good night, brother. I'll see you soon.
Have a good night, fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.
Yep. Thank you for joining me, dude. I appreciate it.
Yep. So let's end it. I'm going to go sleep.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing going to happen. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me today. This was a fun stream. We're going to end it tonight. We're all a little tired, and we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So we appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining us. Kev, appreciate it. Chef, appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.